Arsenal no omo do almost won campaign no almost won Tony Ezebio man you pa na we hwe no ba bia wo Jesus Europa. All right. And so they no e ka ho pa. Sorry baby. Tony Boba no de ebre. Tony ma yakọ wa kusa. Sendra want to asempa. Joyce e yo yire ne ma me. Wa nyankopon dia. I will hope ye Joyce nyankopon titire ne re na busua nyina re emma ye. Nyankopon titire mo re.
The more than pa.
Why?
See, I'm a friend, but maintaining Ankasa.
Yeah, me hope I'm February Mecano. Joyce Nakopo and teacher over my why? I'm teacher shedding near Bushanina. Me one may remember who was to do Mr. Osa. Tony.
Walinti ya bi atu echi ye hensama ekoso onkofo ekros yan shase enfremfri Formula 1 na ye ko F1 original mo kala na wosenka nyame adoma weekend way na wosenka Canadian Grand Prix no enso etimi ebas na so na 1 or 2 and am COVID-19 restrictions are Canadian government na atu ja say omo enzem to omo betwi Formula 1 no say bia omo eba omo quarantine omo ho ye man preferential treatment na according to Canadian government omo say there be oba obe follow normal protocols no COVID-19 rules no so obedi so sanema we ntinya ade Canadian Grand Prix no eno enso ebetimi abaso on the 13th of June instead omo de wakoma am Turkish aban no emwa ema Formula 1 eno enso entim emras nti Turkey 4 na team abere place Canada sa Grand Prix no eno enso etimi abaso ho yame adoma on the 13th of June na ye free F1 yen trust na yen quarterners nso dia nyame enya adoma weekend we ya na Madrid Masters no eno enso ebetimi abaso na world number 1 Novak Djokovic at the confirmation about so for the second time na dia ono enso ebetimi about last year then dey na COVID entina tournament no officials na cancel this year the baso na so nya dia no world number 1 only defending champions of Madrid Masters no enso ebetimi aba nam eya aduma am on the May 30th for beba Rome na Rome Masters no enso etimi aba bebo eno pa ho aba Great Masters no ono enso ebetimi akono akobonemu eba na Madrid Masters na dia enya dia no world number 1 Novak Djokovic no so ebetimi aba so oye so sorry or the message so man the fans anya dia sa tournament no ono enso ebetimi aba na yakosoka I know me can say Julian Nagelsmann ono any manager ono ba be replace Hans Flick as boss at the Amabami no komo enso club no na I believe for enso aya appointment bia omo akomo sister team na chese anua for RB menu bako Leipzig bako enso Salzburg name de ba NSN am Jesse Marshall ono enso manager RB Salzburg no omo enso team akofana ba so am be manager for next season RB Leipzig komo so club no abra Julian Nagelsmann say so no so manager at ama bam ni komo enso eboboko no na Chelsea for ahwe hu say omo ehia a competent number 9 omo ehia number 9 a oye productive number 9 a obetimi ama Chelsea goes na komo pe Ellen Batalan say the eba and say omo ya jatum se be den sa Chelsea for enso ebeka Ellen Batalan nemu the eba and say Lukaku sankofa yenchi enti Chelsea for a table around 90 million pounds say omo le kofa King Luka ema Romelu Lukaku enso etim F3 a Inter abesi akan etim Eddie ama Chelsea womo enso a club na Thomas Tuchel de waka ache Roman Abramovich say obema green light obeka yes in case say Lukaku eba one opportunity close here King Luka say Lukaku emra na ombe strike emfa Chelsea because omo Timo Werner enya ade no eno enso ebetim afa na Fikayo tomorrow enso ya Chelsea player Obolon Eddie ama AC Milan name of the eba and say Stefano Pioli manager Emma AC aka Eddie actually Milan board no and former players no and directors ne so no there some move we enya ne permanent omo nyin free loan na omo ton outright ama Fikayo tomorrow and to aso sina kan enso emfa Emma AC Milan the eba and say a table offer around 25 million pounds and Sika say AC4 Edekofa Fikayo tomorrow make us say Paulo Maldini enso any tomorrow na kasa personal terms there enso etim aka emeno enso etim FC eno UEFA Champions League ni second semi-final etim eba so Paris Saint-Germain elusu sa match no Man City kwasho kamenu a enso etim bako na under Herrera former United enso player of a bench ebebo game in the second half no na Herrera post you social media say Nobody said it will be easy. Obiano or cancer match be easy. Ampanyampa anye easy. Etim LUC. Now Sianka say where the first leg, return leg, and 90 minutes also plus need me call. Now Amoko Fat said a bayan. I'm about quantity the Paris Saint-Germain. And so I bet him I qualify. Now Alessandro Florenzi. And so a player no and so a ball at the Emma Paris Saint-Germain. Or PSG and Lusu won yet a game. And Alus Nim Yakaso or corner party. So Omalusu Podi, Omasala Line, dear. To Mr. 1A over. Where the first leg, second leg, media, echo, now I'm fight, I'm on a club, no, and so at him I qualify. Now, according to former Manchester City defender Julian Lescott on some Lescott editor and say about the pecking order. The most important player, and so Edema City, Naka first, no, Naka Kevin Bryant said, "We be 2KD idea so I am why or say according to Eddie Phil Ford says so. No, and the most important player, and so Emma Man City airport match. The very unique game, Amono. And yes, say Kevin Bryant, be name Ayakwadano, Phil Ford, no mum, and as so match winner, and so Emma the citizens of Manchester City. Now, Mbappe for the first time in so many matches, so in the UEFA Champions League, no, when team unregistered even a shot at goal, no shot off target. Now, according to Lokip Koakrat, I'm also on more the max to say, yeah, I am so now I'm examining and so Emma now all marking Macnadia and say points out, or team at the Emma, I'm killing Mbappe according to Lokip. 3/10. Not just our form power. Navas Enwa almost considered 2 bad goals into no man of 4/10. Not just say Marquinhos Enya 7 personal campaign, but on the train home. Emma born far who and Makoto net no Onya 6/10. Yonsa Florenzi Enya 6 Baka Enya 6 Marco Verratti Enya 6 Neymar. None more the manual form. Neymar Enya 4/10. Di Maria Obobo on also Enya 6/10 into Oko City. Omo Emma Ederson Maskakra Kawaka Enya 4 John Stones Enya 5/10 Ruben Diaz Enya 6 Sanso Ena Cancelo Musu Enya points are not as I'm not Dempa Ike Gondogan Enya 5 Rodri 5 Rad Mahrez Onekonya Winugon Enya 7 Kevin De Bruyne Enya 7 Fifo Enya 6 NFA Bernardo Silva and so starting game no and so Enya 6/10 way a max le coup for a team our do players and nada and so team starting April game no and so at the Man City and Paris Saint-Germain match now PSG Elusu match no by 2-1. Now Sean Wright Phillips a former player Man City and nada on so social media now also no words needed, not just a words being why and whoever here be or say Kevin De Bruyne, Rehad Mahrez, you beautiful. Where any short message I'm former City Enzo Arenga, Sean Wright Phillips and so it's him at the buy. Now Pep Guardiola and I say they are calling to Owen Hagrid, former player no and smart Owen Hagrid and so editor Johnny say oh yeah Juma Pep Guardiola why yeah Man City Enzo H the one man about so body or sank the Pep no onyanya because a Juma power share and na Neymar nowhere to be found and Mbappe or a lot of doom so cry now according to Owen Hagrid no or say Pep or say Bonabas because and or my John Stones and Ruben Diaz and Neymar and Mbappe eshomo able to your match no era who say Neymar po a year free outside defenders no more Enzo able to way and in some Owen Hagrid no Enzo etim ede atudwa na ye ram e was City game etim across so and Rehad Mahrez able free kick am ball no e fa wo me personal campaign be Edoje am ball no Enzo Cotoneta koye the winning goal am City for Esheba 2-1 and no and Rehad Mahrez do just so obestre sa ball ye show Kessben televisions na nya ni aim and say born the befa wo ni mu na ko obo amana fa wo ni nche mu na nka akoa ama born abetenet ni so enra born etim f manage fa wo ni ma eno enso etim ko ego nem ni intention pa de na ko be so kele born ema born enso ekoa na efa wo no ansa na born enso etim akọ na eno enso etim akotenet enen no deck for no ebo Europa League ni 2 games e person Villarreal any Arsenal for ebo eno no so the same time na Man United so any AS Roma enso Asia na Paulo Fonseca manager enso at the Emma Roma enso club no ono enso Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford abaso na coach na nyaja to say in his entire coaching career way and the biggest challenge so Manchester United semi-finals of the Europa League no enye is in team replace the Kuku Dam Rashford and Bruno Omobana the biggest challenge and it's Roma for enso team qualify na yako Arsenal game and omo enso and Villarreal bona according to coach they didn't add Mikel Arteta Carter also Arsenal for transfer for next season. Ebegina how far Europa League yon bet team akọ. So qualify for Champions League and next betcha say also Europa League no. Enso etimi jomo jimoma yon bet team qualify for next year Champions League. So no there or rest ne club benya good resource ewa way. Next week no about home. Abe silly do no Arsenal for team qualify for final qualifying power. Some team enter tournament because most of the key players and person team abebo Europa League no oko player bia obaka Arsenal for somebody much run of deck ope BEC na nkasa na atro nchomo enso enya nto wase and from abra wasi emu enso etim aye dey papa honoma enra enrachi dem sa draw enso etim eba so abra bobo kwani din enso ede Chelsea ball draw ema enra Man City for enso etim kwa away enso eko win no wasi ma ene no deck no enso eba so na Europa League final ne beko so Poland eba ene say Enipa about 10,000. The team akọ Europa League final na for mo enso team akọbọ money enso ehun akọmọ abra final match no enso team abaso according to ABC Coacra to most Spain no Omasa Ramos enye decide na the decision and say contract no obe renew na wakoso esna kan de ama Real Madrid mo enso club no to latest ABC anope ya enso team de abase Ramos Sergio the contract no wa take a decision say obeto aso sna kan de ama Real Madrid mo enso club ne Christensen enso ebo e de ma Chelsea na ne contract ne next year na no so e wudi eba ene sakwada no oy open say Chelsea for eba no contract extension and why not no Andres Christensen no obeto aso na wasina kan enso etim e de ama Chelsea omo enso e club na awarduna emfancy
Tony Montana yedase esama mo Yakobium
medase awarduna
Joyce ene ebusuani nyina nyamechiche mo re emfa emaye asoma atomo no eya any woo wow Tony enso enche kram say someone nyanya zebia
there be any
1 week ni ene na mbo dem
ebusuafo ni nyina no e wo busuan crew last stop CCA omo take a decision by the close of today day hopefully you bring a date for the 1 week
kusa Tony usu asa we nsi ai ba buja wa ko yen kama nati
da asa wo
buja le chiro mu nyina re wow Joyce kusa okay Jakukoti zemna bed now ye no sir.
What's the meaning of kokoti?
Kokoti wa ba wa chokola or you wa posu ye no.
Yeah, kokoti is I'm not in yes kokoti.
We are not pay.
Kokoti. What is kokoti?
Kokoti.
Kokoti ase.
So ba kunko wa chokola ye
What do you mean say me timi kokoti ala?
because first no instant na aye so that's it na the banner hours afi day and then 4 days
esusa ya tela ya tela leche the soft advice the fa soft advice the fa o fa soft advice na bibia be smooth e the amount
super star into you.
KUC semifund Kessben University College one the certificate in media and communication studies uye suku ya obenya certificate in media and communication studies the control number network number is 050 163 7383 050 163 7383 radio juma bia na peso ye television juma bia na peso ye upe training papa upe baby a wokwa obenya practicals training enye baby a wokwa ye koye theory ene de akero baby a wokwa obenya practical city city no eye KUC courses are ye training nie video audio DJing channel so say audio ye de bonyum audio no ewo ho ena sanso video so we DJ so betim de bonyum na sisi so na video ne toatoa so saa eno se be kyerɛw ena wo TV and radio talk sports commentary your TV and radio news writing and directing your TV and radio newscaster reporting for Twi and English your TV and radio talk show host voice over artist, broadcast news analyst, you be training when just within 3 months. Bosome miensa and abenya sanim diewe and it is so nako eye Kessben University College na yama sanim die no halodin oral rinse any halodin nasal antiseptic nasal edugu ehwinim na virus be obi ewu e dia maw halodin oral rinse edibegu onum na ohuru onum any virus be when your opportunity every num obia no obewu ama ho atimi ato prevent virus efru ni peduenum nyedua herbal center omdi nyedua herbal mixture abedwa so Debbie, hey, Missy Nessa de Bogu, now for him, Bonum. Amalina, Children's Haven, I be a makeup for their mouth. So come Malina. Bibia fa kwara ho bia bibia open e de ma obabia obenye bia to ewo enne wo abofra no benyini obedi 18 years ho na won kwa Amalina biom na fis wo no kodu so benya 18 years de Amalina ene so koto ni bibia e de ema no GP1 herbal mixture onum GP1 herbal mixture e boost immune system no ema energy level control o blood ne moye fi ne ba wurumi e de ama o prostate na enye adwuma ye no e be boa o arthritis joint pains ne be kwa GP1 herbal mixture ena wose wonom numbi na emboa milk de ede so ye duane bi na be hia milk a eye cowbell milk ena wo hia wo ye duane bi na be hia beverage a eye cowbell goat ena hodin wom Obano person ni teeth white, ni teeth dia, cowbell milk and was the manon na OUC and as OD UPI can from Uniat. Woman is San Juma courses at the Aba courses from the 3 months courses and it was 1 year courses and so on. Now 3 months courses in Ebinie. Java development, there was still graphics, there was CCTV installation and management. Yes, also our cyber security, and your web development, Android development, and so on. And we have 3 months. 1 year courses near computer hardware and mobile phone technician, software engineering, graphic designing, video editing and 3D animation, and your network and cyber security, and your online business e-commerce. We a Uniat. Kaneno yedino no say ye free UPI 0355 383848 your number no Lawson Herbal Clinic wame de locker mixture ba etiti gonorrhea syphilis wakonya mpomo gudiem yare bia na wanum se dure betu ase dia maw delay man capsules eboa ma bema wo ba ntem wo mo ba ni nje numbi ebeboa mo etima bo adwuma ye and a Lawson Herbal mixture wodwa so general body pains de ne dura no no wonum ebetu ase e de amaw Suzy Herbal Center Wame the CB men capsules e de abedwa so CB men capsules eboa ma bema timi junso ye bema junso ni ntimi mbaye no eye CB men capsules e na wasa uyusi so junso no ebetime flow ye e de amaw and the CB women capsules aba oba discharge wasi onyema fite bi free oba use CB women capsules no CB sopodwa so manicure na pedicure na we ya eno so betimi aboa adonko original hand sanitizer what the fansa ho any virus be abansa ho bia bewu if say alcohol wom edoso if say aloe vera wom and no virus and betima tana nsa ho use adonko original hand sanitizer ni bi and na betimi aboa ultimate fashion and furniture city wadum ye tontade ne mpaboa for any occasion bia okobi apempaboa open tadia ultimate enakwa ubenye bi CB Malakio eye Suzy Herbal Center ne diaba eye malaria fever do general body pains do high body temperature and naso bia hondodo CB Malakio and anoma ebe masa problem swetwa e diama and a supreme concrete for womde eye blocks papa ba who sit dan ya wom ho na osoko 5 inches 6 inches hollow blocks, solid blocks, pavement blocks, yedi anua papa, cement papa, machine papa, refi jama memu, and yedi incransa, special ice, mineral water giants and so any war. Ronaldo, Virginia, Daruma, USA.
Na Daruma, yencha credit CCA, winning ride, check credit, wine for Nina, whatever to Kessben television, so wine for Nini. And then pese mu winning, and then pese mu winning. Me mamu clue be obo Legon cities, Abrante, and wire 30 seconds. Move from Rasisi. Nakopo bua memenda. Ose kotoko asembe to omo yes enti wire munyim fiso MCC da manfo hu na hero bi ankoye Michael Essien so se no
this na kana gay so
okay enti yenhwe kakra bi midway sipe na winner no edinidin e ba betudwa Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television what the message ba na say ewa nya de amekan enti alaji masale o message no out of Facebook nya de amekan yawo Jemfi Ababio Junior. Hi, said good morning. I'm very happy to hear the GFA has rejuvenated Coles League. I must commend them. I've been a Coles player before, and there are super talents in that area. Coles League has come out with great talent in Ghana. Okay. Yeah, Twaso Donaldo Emmanuel, I'm watching you live from Ahafunto Troso. Opoku Dankwa, great sports indeed. Yeah, there was Opoku Dankwa. Nana Kwaku Ajiman, what's it? Sadio Pa, you coming to laugh at young Manchester United for, right? Cry your own cry. Yeni cry, yeah, cry you. Austin Bekwai. Dodi Abarano, Sharif Abdul Karim, Manchester is sky blue. Yo, Crespo Fufu, Ose, kudos to Pep Guardiola and his boys for silencing the talkatives. Neymar and Mbappe. It looks like an all-English final. Wow. Buafo Emmanuel. Ose, I'm watching you live from Nzima and Yinase. Today, Bassa. Will win. Hooray. Today Basa. Okay. Upon Eric and Adiweba, number 1 sports channel. Yeah, was it. Henry Opoku was a good morning. Ya Chao Super Sika, ya guy. I'm Desmond, watching you live from East Legon. My greetings go to Kwawezi inside Sprinters. I'm highly disappointed in PSG, but let's give credit to Pep Guardiola and his boys. Okay. Hashimu Mohammed Sajo, I'm telling you, PSG will still eliminate Manchester City because PSG performed better in away matches than home matches. Escobar, also say the Gossin. Andy did a fantastic analysis about yesterday's game. Okay, Nana Eje Hernandez. Good morning, Sajo. I'm listening live inside Barakesi. What a comeback from Man City. I guess the final will be Real Madrid and Man City. Greetings to Sir Albert inside in King Kesu Senior High School is listening live. Get the Masipa Facebook for Evansti. Sajo, I'm sure Man City will meet Chelsea in the grand finale. Yeah, the Masipa Chelsea for the Manwasi. Okay, yeah, to us, Sajo, please, I want Andy to highlight the errors made by Pochettino tactically. Oh, okay. Sika ya guy, Sky. Oh dear, and so I don't know. Yeah, Twaso Ede Amamo Abdujebi Michael. I've been following you for over 20 years now. One of the okay. There was a pie. Keep it up. Inspector, Ghana Immigration Service. Watching you live from Adu Suaso in Hafa Sene. Operation Ground. Michael Adujebi, Inspector. Yeah, that's a pie. Adolf Frimpong Joe. This man is too good when it comes to LPMs and adverts. He deserves a national award. Keep it up. Kessben Sports. Kwame making national award for LPMs. All right. Nanamwako, Man City all the way. Majid Di Macaroni. Also the Ewaha. Later, remember, the Akano and so Enina. All right. I'm just for Enina Ewaha. ebe room kankra mpacho kwa me usise
na when na the picture de buy
oh mfoni na me de buy
that's right
mo san fa ma to su biom na nhwe ne biom wan ne be hu wa ha na mo kra mo ho chiri mu
ade I dey say na ro so hu no na ro wani
na ro
pacho ya no mai
yentem
yentem
you know the TV so do that
air condition ho no
do jira camera no ho
you know who and we for no channel
me hu
oh
I can't make him out
chia who said chia
o de oka kukutia na nka down kuku down kuku so sit down kuku no company kasa fa bitinam sikai oba wa gunko wo no gozu wa betana talena kukuti actually yes some of them students can beat some WASEC students when they meet at the university, so relax. Majid the macaroni anyway every relax. Okay, yati. I feel you headlines now. No problem. So them say obiani.
Headlines number 1. Pep Guardiola man a magic in in the second half at the Parc des Princes, and Man City chairs or Munim land so, and they were all over the place in the second half, and then Man City winning 2-1. Mauricio Pochettino disappointed PSG supporters in the second half, but they give it to Pep Guardiola or chairs or a tactical genius. So you and 2 games now here. Comment na message na nipa na de ba on Facebook na say no dey phone bet me ahye wase for no me na adwen
so we dey football we be teams
yeah but Champions League game aba be di Europa mi no na beba so Manchester United versus AS Roma. This is supposed to be a Champions League game, but I'm saying 2 teams no omode bon so ani no enti no ma aba be piemu e wa and again Estadio de la Salamanca Villarreal versus Arsenal. You bet how Arsenal Mikel Arteta be rem as against Unai Emery, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Alexander Lacazette, David Morena Lewis, Omunina back for that particular game. In the you bet 3 days night football ne kakra after game you bet no the Parc des Princes. Pep Guardiola in class. These are the things I said you bet.
All right. Our Hudu.
Enwa in Abia State, Aba. Said it was a pirate victory for the People's Elephant of Enyimba.
Okay.
90 plus 5 minutes. So 4 minutes time at the dona. Olisina. Enya the only goal of the game. Said you are taking you to 9 points alongside Orlando Pirates. So said you Enya the final 8 of the CAF Confederations Cup. And Ochina 30th April. So Ochina the draw for the quarters of both the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. So you better draw no chanti. You be be opponents and any fixtures and I be pass it through as time goes on. Joe, after say Andrew Onana onya that 1 year ban contract talks with Ajax Amsterdam said Joe Astoli Ebiana one signing he feels say man supporting due to Arsenal be fame said Joe one case in Swaba said AFCON qualifies a bonus in said Joe DR Congo the Gabon Koka so we use an unqualified player. Sejo yeba e be chin eno Pep Guardiola so ye on dey say the Andy kind Sejo
okay all right senior nene so they feel now baba na
maybe fee of course Abrochiri and them say be German there, but the only thing is Man United versus AS Roma is not an easy game, trust me. Chris Smalling and Asha say can 1 or 2 be on day, but if you say no unse nena offensive accident no paying for a kushiana omo ahwe aboho foto ne ade it's a idea that come so because in pimpis asem ni sia ya na isomtwo na fie jai so I'll be interested in what is going to happen over there and no so me tie ni December ko say hasful companion for say omode Daniel Kodie ene Lawali ko South Africa for treatment say sansem no Herbert Mensah time no na near TTB along the line ni nya 1 or 2 B and I think last 2 years or so Dr. Chei and so they Senanu Echo Germany for me is a refreshing news say play a pro and that team be ready say until we look at that and then some few local issues are backward for the first time no backward oh sir
Abakwa.
The first time no kwa broche. I know ba fe na playing for any desert. Oti play table one day. Free contract grind na chese.
Hey, the first time on the 12 room play na kwa Germany. Easy play. Kombolo, good morning. Okay. Enti enoso enono. Yeah, twaso.
So you are not at all.
Me pato me nyonko brabo so jani pa W1. Ose Francis of Phobia and her birthday.
Oh, okay.
I was so happy birthday. We are so special. Nakopon shapa and my ninuane kuna hene.
Oh, okay.
Kuna hene. Nana kuna du yadom kumanin the 4th. And the W so chia ninuya pa na some kitu akra. Wishing happy birthday.
You're wishing a very, very happy birthday, special one. But the only in your
Nana mami kunkono. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Who's in the dinner say?
Ose Francis W1. Ose Francis, yeah. Phobia.
W. Yamachinkwa.
Yes.
Oni moto nedi.
Moto no.
Moto ishimoto do ton boots ebrei ewo Moro market.
Oh, okay.
Ti anopeya na misunyate. And afi Eugene Kwame ana ne opem so FM. Ya me ba opem so.
Enti yakaba na fe ye de sorry sina be ba bempa ye e de amamo ye nchekra ye bazia.
This is the best sport in town. Kessben 93.3.
You actually say property fridge dear ekulu papa me fear had dear property near my kwana me use e sanse ma me fear ha ye fene ma brabono so ye mrese my property
I want ice cream.
So what the fridges, freezers, TVs, air conditioners, washing machine, gas cookers, microwaves, blenders, electric irons, rice cookers.
Any near kahu biara top papa preko property dear enu neje kiki
Property electronics, papa, entry in Namukania, your fridges no, what are the shema, ne coolie, a sunset, your compressors no, and what dimpa, Ubeni Biato, our Ghana Fanenina, Upe Biatuato,
Tony Sack Electronics, SD Karam Dynamo, Ewo Edum Kumase, Ebe Methodist Asori. Property, top papa preko. So what about what your papa be not
This is my secret. Give us P capsules. Emma, I want to go from now on to me to my dear one pen. Give us P capsules. Over to us, Mama. Oh no, enemy lawyer.
And to lawyer no na show bottom. No. We didn't feel I can't the friend give us cold capsules. Say it is Yara and the wall swore. Cold did do when you put them when you now put a mamma and to my wounds. I would name wouldn't give us cold capsules. Obey your free
lawyer.
Give us cold capsules.
And I give us pink capsules.
Hey, and they give us free.
And men what if you do what you do never give us core capsules. A pin for a batter, one more menu for one and quadra if you do me nunca.
Papa baby, I did dear mount what for and no one Patriot's varieties. Adriane Papa Mahmoudin, a money so your parties, which is a birthday party, where ye wedding parties, wedding reception. Patriot rice is here near Nimuahudu. Local dishes, this is a bankune tilapia, a yam pissie, back continental dishes, so a jollof rice, fried rice. Your pastries, Muahudu, the cupcake, crab, chips, shortbread. Patriot rice is trained one yama bibri, cake decoration. I phone sorry them and in a reception is flowers will be guitar and a flower girls baskets, hat making, gele making. You won't allow near ma, I would do our mojo station for now. Your new creme for sorry that
we like this, step in so clean so.
If I shop, I'm sure you're bad.
Brad, and not to give.
Not only about me, see ba queen why me say
bra said the time herbal mixture esia gimi ni me fie for enya dia ba ko pe ebe so ye
me dey do this o fa ni nyina
bra se me ka me the time herbal mixture ho dance ya riase nyina ebe te me nka enti se malaria wadra ni time herbal mixture
enya nu ko die na nu ato a wontimi ani die no wadra ni time herbal mixture edwe enya ma oba wa fa afuro die wo ma akoda no fo ene akoda woni fie dumienu ansa na obeto time herbal mixture edwe bi no hwe se wako hospital anasa lab am wo hu se wo a 3-day malaria yi bi ansa
ayo se time ni TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziva ewo mu no ebe tuato FDA ahwe edwadie nkwato yi mu agi atomo se eye
House James betimi afa hwenim ni wanum ama yare ana
emane ha okra na obetimi esia no kwan
Halodine oral ring solution ni Halodine nasal solution na ebeboa esi muawa efa hwenim ni wanum ade yare abrew ano ho kwan enro yi o povidine iodine ye broad spectrum antiseptic Halodine oral solution ye oral antiseptic mecha ye fa ye num odigu wanum a muawa befa wanum di yare abrew bia esi ano kwan Halodine nasal antiseptic ye fa ye hwenim odigu hwenim a muawa efa hwenim ade yare abrew bia eyi won fi ho panyi ne nkwada wadi mfi abru 18 etimi yuzu adre enyi so adre mu nanso yeso no doctor din komo ansa
pe Halodine nasal antiseptic ne Halodine oral rings na fobo woni wabusu ni na ho ban
se wo pedodo atwa Real Pharmaceuticals Limited was 0260870140 anase 0244268417 anako pharmacy bia eben ho enkai boy Food and Drugs Authority ahwehwem agia to me say eye
water what no na dey yoma and so ba no abeta order na wa fire
malaria nti abayi waye juma bono malaria defo ya o nti awo ahire ne customers Wahu ne se mami aye smart ape CB Malakio amma ne baya odi ko school she se aduane si berry market tie ni malaria nti a ontimi ni
Onia and na ho ema we no biara to wo so we malaria test na bi wo mu a edra beti wa and CB Malakio ye di nu na ne hahama na akeka bom asone so aye CB Malakio edra we so de enya no grow aye tata she
edra yi nyema apemfo abate a wo ma wo manufo eni nkoda woni fie dumie FDA asheshe sa ejedi nkrato yi mu agi atomu se eye.
When there's nowhere to go, relax. But if you have to step out for work or play, go for the ultimate. Get your office suits and blazers, dapper, formal and bridal wear, elegant. Go for the ultimate. Dressing to do business on a weekday or party on the weekend? Shop at the ultimate. Wholesalers and retailers of classy fashion for ladies and gentlemen. Shoes, suits, dresses, shirts, and beautiful accessories, formal or casual, look good. Get your swag at better prices. Shop at the ultimate Prempeh 2nd Street, next to Barclays Bank, Edum Kumasi. Telephone 0244-234-432. That's 0244-234-432. Sadia Feo Fair. You will swag with the ultimate.
Mira, what did you dear? Mermaid CB men's capsules. And you may use Badarma, Bohobio, CB men's capsules by a dear. What 2 points?
I don't know. You're very good. Say that I'm sorry, I'm to intend to use it. It's a religion, so we are Arabia house to declare him.
Say to say, my young dear CB women's capsules. A year if it's a woman in home fee and so. Hey!
CB women's capsules with the Ajo.
Also, CB men's capsules, Ajo.
Suziana.
Ghana man, Merman Damase.
Our pharmacy, chemical, ni herbal shops ni name. It's from Fresh Suzy Herbal Center. 0247 111671 and 0246 578750. CB men and women capsules.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
From provisions for health care to KC has tailored your university.
Programs are number one, specially made for you and everyone. Kessben TV, quality TV for the family. 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 This is Kessben TV.
Kessben TV. Nondu abo apa hosima aduonu enan sa ma munyina akwa babiom eba program yi eso Kessben television andikem me sha sefri ho na ya hwenra game no mu kakra afi ya behwe de ne bekoso enenso
I Park the Prince was Manchester City versus PSG. And I shall find any meeting say whether Pep Guardiola or the antidote to stop the stars of the Paris Saint-Germain attack, and how obviously deal with the comeback of Marco Verratti, Leandro Paredes and Idrissa Gana Gueye. So Pep Belko in for a strikerless scheme, a false nine, or be choose whether Gabriel Jesus or Sergio Kun Aguero in attack. Now, Sanchez said Mauricio Pochettino be decided say or be match Pep Guardiola in midfield, or he will decide to sit deep and hit them on the break. And only near man here should share park and so. In the first half, the plan was simple. Mauricio Pochettino plan they say Jiboni free Munsema, it should be 4-4-2 without possession. Semukra Bona quickly Monsoche 4-2-3-1. But the plan in the first 10 minutes was to stay deep and hit them on the break. Into Omoje Bona no the amane Madasaba no really Kelly Mbappe. And at a point, second half, PSG game him strongly when they decided to push and close the gap between the defense and midfield. And then Momo Benya several chances are to be created here. But again, the City defense is standing to that test. And making sure after conceding that first goal from Captain Marcus Marquinhos Correa, almost some mistake in the view and some conceded goal in the view. Into Omotimi who do Paris Saint-Germain in the first half, Eddie Obwande on Ekoi. And Pep Guardiola decided say you cut the supply to Neymar, Mbappe, and then to some extent Di Maria. Into what was the plan? For Foden at the line and do. Bernardo Silva can right Mahrez on the right. Into the obey and say push your defense a little bit, making sure so you cut the supply to Kylian Mbappe. And Mbappe also cut the supplies for midfielder. Close Marco Verratti, who is supposed to be the transitor in midfield, and making sure say Obama Mbappe close marking, or you push him through the lines. Mbappe so the BR and the game was evident. So in close range, in tight spaces, he cannot deliver. The ball now one-on-one, and he needs so much space no team exploit it. And that was the perfect plan from Ruben Diaz and Abrante Fene John Stones. A team working to perfection. Pep will say Fabian Angel Di Maria João Cancelo Otimi Enya yellow card now quickly no the Abrante Feno the chance Kubabe replacing on that side. It's now how he will deal with the midfield and how he will find a way to create chance. First half not Kevin De Bruyne headed again, but in the second half he came to the party and he run the show in the final third of the pitch for team my friend Manchester City. Otiminya that first goal for me that was a poor anticipation from goalkeeper friend Keylor Navas. At his level, you don't expect him to consider that particular goal, but again, that is football for you. And sometimes will be very good in terms of long range. You give it to Kevin De Bruyne. And to Pep put 10 men behind the ball. Ball no balls a ball no almost Mahrez to Bernardo Silva and who said Foden so part to the party, and there was no plan to stop Kevin De Bruyne in the final third because Mauricio Pochettino who say Bona Manchester City boring in as much as their dominant normal control proceedings no team create chances, and it was clear. So clear cut chance about game man. It was Foden there now or boss the Kevin De Bruyne ball, it was just an intellect from him, and the kick above to ride Mahrez It was a poor wall from Air President Kimpembe by result to that particular second goal. But he give it to Pep Guardiola for that 10 men behind the ball and possessive, a real superior. Park the Princess Enra. The second half was for City. Omukate supplies to Neymar. Omukate supplies to Kylian Mbappe, and they made sure say again. Ombesa reduce PSG team no to 10 men. Idris Agana again. Ekunya red card. For me at that time now, me is so disappointed in Mauricio Pochettino. Tactically he was inept because the point City dominated the game. No, the second plan and they say under Herrera on the bench, you can choose to replace any of your first two midfielders because now Ghana get a yellow card. Now Brantia your friend Leandro Paredes and so on yellow card. So what do? Quickly you replace them because pressure will also be baby. It's either you bring in Mario Icardi to lead the line, push Mbappe to the left, drop Neymar to him midfield. Now switch a call 4-3-3 from the 4-2-3-1, or make sure say a midfielder like Marco Verratti, Leandro Paredes, push Mbappe to the left. For Marco Verratti brought up. Now Neymar and support to me in a 4-2-4, and it can also be a 4-2-2-2. That should have been the switches. But Mauricio Pochettino decided to obey Kipu to the star now all bona the plan now all bona net me. The best thing at PSG and is after the red card, he didn't concede again. And 2-1 now no moment in here. And then it was a tactical genuity from Pep Guardiola. Or say possessive football is really superior. Or say players are more that quality to hold ball. To say the PSG team now, you don't go in for counter-attacking football, but you go in for possessive-based football. And then possessive football as a Jew, it really supreme. The last time Manchester City about the Princess, and I'm fed defeat and then I almost such as Omonim land in this one. I'm a team winning by 2-1. Kudos to them. They are on their way to the final. But the tie is still a bit difficult. Advantage City, but anything can happen at the Etihad. You give it to Pep Guardiola, say achira okotna infima akoma said you and those mistakes are why over experience side and quality side afu onye bia wetimi akwakunya refreshing 2-1 at no mean venue but they pack the Princess. PSG are Chelsea in the Champions League, their last 3 games you cannot trust them at home. They do so. Pep
Guardiola will play Mbappe and Neymar so before the game. So Juma. What is man or Kafa as 2 players, or da on sleepless night over them, blah blah blah, or Kamfu, Mbappe, Neymar, especially. I don't know. Or achieve the aim, not Dada, or man, dear man, yes, I don't know. 2 players and only off colors.
So you
Mbappe of 4 people, 3/10, le keep for.
Against it for.
Oh, sir.
But for me, Mbappe deserve that. Oh no, I'm watching
3/10.
I liquid for the against for, but for the Mbappe ratings, I agree.
No shot on that.
Yes, for Mbappe ratings, I agree. So it wasn't.
Who say Pep Guardiola and yes, 2 players in one man. I say one failure to glitter.
Oh, said you, Juma, and psychological. No, said you, PSG players from winning one. Oh no, you can only hope they have an off day. And yes, I'm full there. What the moment could you full day with it? You can only play, they don't have their day. But on the field, he worked. Okate supplies for me, Neymar free game no abra uply no. He cut the supplies. Mbappe was okay. Okate supplies no. Until apart from playing a psychological card on the field of play, he worked. Until you give it to Guardiola on the field of play. And then in 7 no. And our boys 90 million. He worked to cut the supplies of that particular team, and that worked for Pep Guardiola.
Okay. When this be SA Fulfodi, or the most important player at Man City now? I'm ready now.
I think Julian Lescott, City legend.
And no match. And no match. Me share India and Yanokre. Enra.
Or say, the most important player.
He was
Man City.
He was important in their last game they played before this in the Champions League in Borussia Dortmund 2 games. He was very, very important. But I know at that level, it was Wright Mahrez and Kevin De Bruyne, Iku Gundogan. It wasn't for 14 yesterday.
He's not talking about one particular game.
Also, he's the most important player now.
I disagree.
Wow.
Manchester City team. So Juma De Bruyne and Brana fa for the Munche PH with ya and Gabi match. I disagree.
You see, Sergio baby crown in the bay dream. He said De Bruyne who pray by he's not on mono the level down here or one. And indeed, even in our game, no, I think so at a point in time I felt Pep Guardiola so the Nikojina Srohonom now underutilizing abilities. Okay, second half now, Omani falling deep, Ebeka the playmaking role no, so we be build up attack no, and they're working more for him. And for me, galaxies of stars. I honor some days is Riyad Mahrez, some days is Bernardo Silva, some days is this boy. But Foden has been consistent in at least their last 10 or so matches. So when he says that currently he's the most important player, well, you might not disagree with him. I wouldn't disagree because I think that Foden, in terms of consistent performance in their recent games, he's the top guy.
Okay. All right. And the second leg, no.
So you see, Bibi Kakrevi. So no, I'm not sure, and I'm not Paki. You see, I think that Enra Guardiola, Jumapa. First of all, Enana Wana, and Faswabaso, because Wana, and all the no person how to ensure say Neymar and Mbappe be ineffective. Now, indeed, second half me nim and Simone Kokai. Ushaya obeye na de no omo eba second half no PSG far ball na so omo yiro within some 3 seconds no much ball no omo far ball na they rush them get the ball no ma ball no to their own. I also think say Utias and Wenger, that is exactly what I thought. PSG became unnecessary emotional. Some unnecessary tackles, indiscipline. Neymar, for example, offer ball, so passing, releasing ball, still up so for me, Neymar was a bit indisciplined tactically on the field of play. Siamani free roll crowd fine, but sometimes you could see, yes, if we could listen to Arsene Wenger, then some now of course they were emotional and they were aggressive unnecessarily. And I think say no Neymar, Uncle Yamom no. I agree with Andy say yes. City are the favorite, but the tie is not over. Because how can you okay first half of the game now? It was a half and I'm say PSG could have had some 2 goals. The only chance City in the first half, Ford Indiana, Obama, Kilo Navas, no. Apart from that, first half City, but second half City dominance was extremely overwhelming. About 60% chance to City. So for me it's 60-40. Akoya say Chelsea the end 55 45.
Right.
But we need 60-40. The City a bigger chance.
Okay. Your studio should be run with bravos, handkerchiefs. Should also be waved on every side and corner. Chant Marie Jata's name again and again, and plaudit upon plaudit. The young man has got technical eyes, not only to analyze but to envision manager tactics as well. Keep it up. Good morning, Sani Saliu Abofo.
So, in the game, no, Roma versus Manchester United. Makasa Champions League in Europa, and a Villarreal, and Arsenal Titano, ne Champions League and Omuna Kwako Europa. The last time I Roma Old Trafford, Nekoye, and maybe I'm Mr. Franco Case.
Koye Maruma.
Koye Maruma for. Maybe I'm Mr. Franco Case. I read it more. No, Namine Case, Nemutimi Nababe, second position, Mutimi to Krumina, said my day. It was Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs in attack. Now here Rashford, Nick Greenwood, Mone, Masha Amodiana just say, I come. But what can you say? That is football. Roma about 17 games in English soil and said you a muddy body war fem. So show Mutimuna in the Europa they've been playing well. In the group of young boys, VFL, Cluj, Oshomu CSK, A Sofia, clearly almost in that team they played well. Osho baby or Monama almost Ayas. It is not easy beating Ayas because Ayas so no mu team, no more Champions League. Almost Shakhtar Donetsk. that clearly tells you say these two teams are not more UEFA Champions League. A copy more Europa no. Team ni yes Roma. So for Manchester United and so on. Ties was against Real Sociedad and almost show class mobile who say these are not the teams they beat me and Omagina. Almost Granada no. Again United show to them say almost level on Mupes or Muduno. It is not Granada. So the two Spanish class 90 million Manchester United and him. And then Omuba Bishiamu Old Trafford. So she is Roma in the Syria, so do performance no fem. Clearly a lot of inconsistencies after Mukofa Munchibae, Daniel Perota, a befer team no a Daniel, so do Omatonton players in the BBB. In theater point to was a brand center. No money done so you made for say Rosie Equa, or don't bet him about Benjamin Finfin or the Amono, and then about at the heart of central defense. But Chris Mullen will be available for this particular game. And on the field, only the name Old Trafford, know how I see Account. He will be available today. Abranti FN Ibanez will be on the right, and Omobehese, the likes of Spinaloza, Bruno Perez will be available. The likes of Giovanni Gianluca Munina be available at the back, and the midfield of Brian Crescenti very out. Abrante Fede Diawara, and then attack no bet me rely on them so much. Lorenzo Pellegrini, whether Pedro bet me abo, Abrante Fede Eric Mkhitaryan, another Manchester United bound. Into Manchester United former players in Ununewum, and then the main man in attack, Edin Dzeko. You better have Paulo Fonseca, a best set up in the team now. But in the Italian Serie A and most of the games are in the Europa and Osejo, he goes in for a 3-5-2 or sometimes 3-4-1-2. And only idea here open here for Paulo Fonseca echo. In the Manchester United as usual, our team now very consistent with their line back, with their lineup at the back, especially Bissaka, Inform Luxor, Victor Lindelof, and then Abrante FN Harry Maguire. Goalkeeping at this stage it should be DG. Midfield of Scott McTominay, Fred, Pogba is available, and then Rashford, Greenwood, and probably Edison Cavani in attack. At this level, you need experience. And Cavani Muhas, and you can fully rely on them. United Ajuma also anymore. Stop Eric Mkhitaryan, stop the transition of Lorenzo Pellegrini, and then the main man in attack, Edin Dzeko. In the defense, for me, the midfield, they'll have their men to control the midfield for United, and they need to defend so well to prevent this team from scoring. The last team, Manchester United, one team, Manchester United, was AC Milan. United was 0-0. No, Bianim said, Manchester United. But at the Giuseppe Mieza, Ekokoyi, my friend AC Milan, and he said, United in Sweden, they are favorite for this particular tie, but they should watch out for Edin Dzeko in attack. It will be in the Arsenal versus Villarreal. Mikael one Roma require me penalty now. James Lehmann save you know, and that was one of the games. Said you, Obio in the Champions League. It was one of the big games here at that particular tie at the knockout stage of the Champions League, and that Manuel Pellegrini team and no coaches at time. No more fair Salamanca, the Air Madriga, again the Yellow San Marines. No more squad anchor say the likes of Marco Senna, one Romario Quelmi, host of one Pablo Sorin, and I know what that set up in Momoni Arsenal, a boy. And that penalty save was it was miraculous in the Arsenal setup. Omo against a coach, I achieve a lot when it comes to the Europa League. Again, Villarreal see one team boost of talent. It is only Pau Torres, who is one of the most sought after centre backs in Spain, is the that team. They have experienced Raul Abiol, the former Liverpool, Alberto Moreno is still available, Omo Asenjo, they have Mario Gaspar, and in midfield, Omo the master Danny Perejo, and then a former Watford Tottenham Hotspur player, Etienne Capun, and then Abrante FN and Sambo Chukwueze, but two players no more anyone else so deadly for us now. Abrante FN, Paku, Akansa, and Gerard Moreno are the key men in attack. But with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang back, Abrante FN Lacazette back, said you in that level, experience is so key. And so when you're at the high level football now, you can fully rely on them. I'm hoping for a draw for Arsenal at the Salamanca, but Manchester United at the end there, it's either 2-0 or 2-1 for United at the Old Trafford.
For me, Neymar was bought to merchandise PSG sports kits, branding, and also to promote Qatar 2022 World Cup. Having had this self-inspired aesthetic style of play, which is appealing to most viewers, on the field, it's nothing but erratic performance and theatrics. But Joe, whoever overcomes inferiority complex can perform at any level. Kudos to Riyad Mahrez for that wonderful performance. Good morning, Sani Saliu Abofo Enso Ebium. Mami Kwankrai, Banana, Danubian Fashion Digital Salute.
Nana Banana,
Tabura. We've seen so many programs launched and swept under the grass before. This should be none of those. Lot of super talent in the villages that need to be harnessed. Keep it working. Okay, me give us all cool since and some Effie Elanchino and Nana Banana at the Eva Nana Yamau Achi the free Kumasi Eba and Cry. Maminko Awa Mohammed and so on. Kakrai. Dennis Boachiko Sardinia Facebook. The English teams are on fire. Said you good morning. King Prophecy. Good morning. Please let your crew explain to me how can the Coles League bring out the best players into our national teams. What are the strategies for choosing those players? Reverend Kayiriku, the young pastor watching you from Suhum. Reverend Mamodini Nadia Chemwai Kayiriku. Okay. All right. Awa.
Sergio Enwa Ewa Bia State. There was a protest ewo Kromonum. Now even there was a curfew. Enwa na many match coordinator chati Frederick Champon. Say we more impose a curfew of about 8 to 6 p.m. Sergio, the game was so tense. But Nina came for Sergio, it was a match of destiny. Na enyimba mu destiny show mu sem Sergio. Nina say she ne qualify. Ability set for example Kotokoni Al Hilal Okroma so be just 2 years ago during the CAF Confederations Cup group stages. Sergio, enyimba the only 3 wins amunya e wo home ne qualify. Omo 3 away games omo ni no lose. But wins amunya e no Sergio ni na narrow wins and it was enough to take them through. Omunya a 2-1 win against Orlando. Omunya a 2-1 win against Ali Benghazi, 2-1 win against CS Setif, and Enwa Sergio. It came in the 94th minute. Courtesy Cyril Olisema. Enwa Sergio na Augustine Oladapo, they were missing him due to accumulated yellow cards. Tosin Omoyele ana chese Sergio omoni bedano si coach Fatayo show decided to be put on the bench. So he decided to use Victor, he decided to use Gabriel and Ainayo Eluala, that young sensational midfielder. So he very skillful, will take over the reins of Nigerian football. In midfield, Omar Farouk Mohammed, Omar Matthew Olatunji, and Cyril Olisena, the goal scorer. Sergio, they made sure they squeezed the likes of Ben Moshwari, Frederick Makarinji, Sifesile Ndlovu, the Orlando Paris midfield. Sergio, the game was so intense, and Sergio, Obia Onya game share Daniel Dakwa, like a very very staunch performance. Sergio, on several occasions, goalkeeper when St. Leland's has to be called to duty to save the situation. And I said, "You can you maybe 3 or 4, and you give it to Win St. Leland's. He did a very good job on that day, and it was a very good result. The match intensity, how Enyimba moved into the game. Said, they needed the qualification and they needed the result. That's the reason why they went into the game with the full force. And I said, one thing I'm saying is Orlando Pirates MSC their captain Tulani Sachuayu, even though Ntikelelo Nyauza and then Innocent Maila did a good job, they made sure they policed the lives of Victor and then Anayu, but it was so coming, and then last minute 94th minute Ena Olisena Enya Doli go. So it was a very good result. Sergio, Yenya the final 8 of teams are making it to the quarterfinals. You know, Sergio, one thing said this time around, I think that the black African clubs have done pretty well. Unlike how back in the years no we say ye quarter finals na be Arabs be 6 and 7, but this time around Sejo Osha 4 from the black African countries, 4 from the North Africans. Sejo in group A yenya Yimba Orlando Pirates, in group B yenya JS Kabylie and Cotton Sport de Garua, in group C yenya ASC Giraffe. Sejo team from Senegal that has topped a group including Etoile du Sahel and CS Sfaxien. On my top group no with Salitas team Ayi or Ashanti Gold de Film no. ASC Giraffe at top group no with CS Sfaxien making the second post. But Sejo team Omwaya de pa so far in the group stage Casablanca Sejo 18 points Sejo. March 6 of March to Mabonina Sejo man drop point bakokra. Omusho bia from Namungo to Nkana to Pyramids, they made sure they beat everybody. And on what top group no with 18 points, Pyramids and so at the second in that group. So Sejo, when the final 8 out now, ye draw including the CAF Champions League final 8 no, ye behu the quarter final fixtures are. Tinyamebo by Friday or China Friday, ye behu the fixtures are going to the quarter finals. So I think say true tie this time around. Say the black African clubs no have done pretty much well. Sejo, how Enyimba no they displayed a very good performance and kudos to them for getting the qualification. And no another disturbances Kosu Abia State due to that omo calling for that Biafran country. So omo free Nigeria no. All those things happened and Sejo they were inspired and they were able to adapt much needed result. Ekonya 1-0. Almost making it true. Sejo Adia esa baso ne say
we want answer but to be signed by Aisha or say where are the conquerors of Ash Gold in Asante Kotoko now?
Sejo omunyina yeah. Oh, and I see it Setif Enya win against Ali Benghazi, but Sejo it wasn't enough because Orlando Pirates and then Enyimba. Wow. And Salitas also that group in Group C, including CS Sfaxien and Etoile du Sahel and CS Giraffe. Omono way.
Ekuna di Africa kuwi. Ekuna nyankura kona ya edidi agro na o kan na omode ayi emotions no. Enye nadan ma mekeska asana for so omode be recruitment angel.
Salitas ne ayi for no very
assertive for no. Na hila for no na refi.
Hila say no the champions say no akwaso.
Na okunu adi o
enye bete ntimi kwaje aba me kwaje die
so you imagine that group C who was CS Sfaxien or Etoile du Sahel. These are Champions League clubs. Mama drop to confederation. Nti yana yen conscientize your supporters no. Say ye kwaji no. Me dey ade na to mutrim. Nti ye kona ade ni jiegu a na de bia ye didn't pay for them.
In Africa 4 matches but between 2 players at home.
Yeah.
Was
okay. So my name is Musa FIFA from Tenerife, Spain. Tell Andy that the name of the stadium is Stadio de Ceramica. I've told Muhammad Awal how to pronounce it in Spanish yesterday. I forgot to write my name. I'm Muhammad Awal's uncle. Though tell them if they have any difficulty pronouncing something in Spanish, they should contact me. I'll show them. I'll show you how to pronounce it. Thank you, Musa Suleiman alias FIFA, ready for Spain.
FIFA Yadasi for making your services available to us.
Yes, that's it.
You've been making good use of it.
You may help our names are be hard. Meaning the old kind of me body at Tenerife and no. So then no they are trouble. Okay. Okay.
So one Adia Habani said, DR Congo, Ede Gabon, Akotu CAF, Seju. So more use an unqualified player during the recent CAF Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers here, boy. Minim say, Tony Modi in the pictures, betu, Seju, player ni dindi, Guelo Kaku, but player no, Obo Star Belgrade. Seju, Adia Congolese fighting say, ye wunu Congo mine. Nana di dindi Kiaki, Kiaku, Kianga. In 1985, so obo kakra no onyini na otu ni ntaba free DR Congo eko Gabon. so say you from honum and o sha se naturalize ma Gabon so omo ka say wa changing the din asa change the number of years ye wo so based on Adi Amodi Abanu he is now 36 but Gabon will use 30 years say you say cause we ban SARS dia likely Gabon might be disqualified from the African Cup of Nations and DR Congo will probably get through in that group. We said that group normally Angola and Gabon and Gambia and a group and Gabon and Gambia take that group and DR Congo detail. So if these protests go through, it's like say thing now so the case not to CAF anymore. So CAF better now so say I didn't pass so no multi establish the fact say Adi Amode Kai Mode too so no credit they will be disqualified. Say you Peter Durick Asembi during Arsenal and Manchester United. Or say right there you've got two midfielders battling it out for stardom and glory. You look at Thomas Partey and he's ready to party. You look at Pogba and you see he's ready to sweep after the party is over. That's what went on at the Parc des Princes yesterday. PSG went there to sweep when the party is over, and Manchester went there to sweep to party rather. And you saw the danger men were Mbappe and then Neymar. So you starve them of supply by squeezing the midfield, dictate the pace of the game. Kurabon when no omunya bebia, omunya space bia.
Amazing go on board. Ana who messes oh yedise. Maybe as we do bobo.
Onyane dey. Baba Sali message no dey buy.
Sali.
Oh Sani sorry. Say PG ne buy abo wie no. Wan fa message na ba. Ana o dey buy. But no PG losu. Nti do bia pe bia o betimi ya football dey tell you. Talent here.
Tell you me fan or you big fan pa Musa FIFA.
Nice one. Nice to see. You guys are doing a great job. Greetings my mama Lizzie inside Besoro from Obrimpon Kodia Damongo in the Savannah region. Yedamasipa Adolf Joe Frimpon. This man is too good when it comes. Okay. NMZ Dinkai Akai sa we as well. Being Augustine, best sports, no size. Scott Abwaji Iben said, good morning. I'm watching you live from Domi Market. Yedamasipa Nana Mwako, Man City all the way. Majid Macron, Daniel Yeboah. Joe, trust me, it's going to be an all English affair this year. Both in the UEFA Champions League and the Europa League. Just as it happened in 2018 when both Chelsea and Liverpool won. Where if you say Daniel Doma Ahinkru Yedamwase any messages about the free Miamia and so Ebre Victor Andrew say I'm Victor from Diasu not only the sports knowledge that I've acquired but I also cheer up your dressing good work Daniel Dasipa Adeso Inaneba Yedi Ebebrem you feel some P and so hard in ano Yanemo Wajo Hong Komo Pamcho Yancha Cry Bazia.
So what about what your papa is not you want to this is my secret. Give us P capsules. Emma, I want to come from now on to me to my din one pen. Give us P capsules. Over do as a mama. Oh no, enemy lawyer. And to lawyer no na show bottom. Are you bro? They na pon me see ba bet sia mo as a niji. No. We dey nefi waka wo. The friend give us cold capsules. Say yes is ya re na wo so ko di do ni pedwem wani na wo posa amamman entimi ma wunja wo nan yi. Wonum give us cold capsules wo be ye free. Lawyer give us cold capsules. And I give us P capsules. Hey, and I give us free. Wo be capsules.
Men what if you do what you do cronkwan efa give us core capsules a painful about one more menu for one kwada when if you do me nunka
share medofo uyo bia woni gi bible de sua ho anasa opese usua bible munim de ekwa chire na so ye frɛ okunini ene na wato odi intervention bible college ai twalete wa frɛ no IBC se min kan che wo sɛ abosomi nsia pɛ ye betetew na so ba ye okunini pa e wo bible mu na school yi okona sɛ wo wi a e be ma wo diploma in theological studies yes the genuine license asa kan ho ho na adesua nso ɛyɛ free na Bible school we pɛ ɛna na wɔtwe bia yɛ kɔ classes miensa a weekend nyinaa ɛka ho na school yi ɛwɔ Nkrabata miensa Accra ɛwɔ La Paz Race Course a ɛne Rasta Park no ɛbɛn pɛn Kofodua nso ɛwɔ Fidiase Damascus asɔredan nim anaasɛ ɛne normal technical ɛne di nhyɛne mu Kumase nso ɛwɔ Meduma Massive Road anadanke akyiri hɔ a anaasɛ busa ɔsɔfoɔ pɔw asɔre no sɛ wopɛ nkyɛmu a kyɛn mi die yi a fɛmpanifo ahomatorofo yi so 0240360909 anaasɛ 0545519296 na ɔsɔfoɔ school nyina si ne nan so ɛyɛ Apostle Dominic Kwabena Anane IBC ana wobɛhu no
FDA ahwehwɛ saa ejodie nkrato yi mu agye atomu sɛ ɛyɛ.
When there's nowhere to go, relax. But if you have to step out for work or play, go for the ultimate. Get your office suits and blazers, dapper, formal and bridal wear, elegant. Go for the ultimate. Dressing to do business on a weekday or party on the weekend? Shop at the ultimate. Wholesalers and retailers of classy fashion for ladies and gentlemen. Shoes, suits, dresses, shirts, and beautiful accessories. Formal or casual, look good. Get your swag at better prices. Shop at the Ultimate, Prempeh 2nd Street, next to Barclays Bank, Edum Kumasi. Telephone 0244-234-432. That's 0244-234-432. Sadia Feo Fair. Your swag with the Ultimate.
If I shop, I'm sure you're bad.
Brad, and not to be.
What time about Michelle? See about Queen Wayne say.
Brad, said your time about Mister. It's your Jimmy fearful, and you're about ever so.
Really, I know this offending now.
Brad, and because I made the time about Mister Huadancia. We are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria. What run the time about Mister?
I never go, dear, and what I want to me any deal. What run the time about Mister? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear woman for down for any aquada when you fear do you and son of the time about Mr. Drabino. Shasa Wako Hospital and answer loud. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
I also time me TIME. Time about Mister. I feel malaria fever be an ziva a woman. FDA Asha Dready in Kwatuimo Aji Atumo say a year.
Kamami Gabi, any Ajatum said the woman. It is Asamba, and yet, and Yama, and yes, a country, and then.
The Howny be cross a corner cross for the beer, and a yard yes, about one as a muni, corner cross in tears some of what. No me on swatch and a drink.
It's a medium is so young, come in my came for the set. Sir, I do man abroad almost saw almost a chem.
Do what drink there, whom you are drink there, and then my drink there, and none of a boy, a magana mine a corner. Na mene ma beda fo betena se e wa dwenche di medie so ne ya trete ya dwen e wo Ghana amamwo ho nsam.
I want to state categorically and firmly that I've not congratulated any person,
but we can still remember very clearly.
And it is me Kwabena Ekuokwati brother way any brother bia a boy you no watchiko si nonto e wo Kessben television so obesen tie e wo Kessben 92.9 and we cry and a Kessben 93.3 FM and e Kumase e bra de adwen kire dwumedie e brew e ya adwen kire
What did you dear? Oh, Mary CB Men's Capsules. And you may use Padarma, Bohobio, CB Men's Capsules by dear. What 2 points?
I don't know. You're very good. Say I'm a damn, I'm sorry, I'm to intend to use it. He said, we need you some Arabia house to grab him.
Sad to say, my yes, here, dear CB Women's Capsules. A year if it's a woman in home fee and so. Hey!
CB Women's Capsules really are Joe.
Also, CB Men's Capsules are Joe.
Susiana.
Ghana man, Merman Damase.
Our pharmacy, chemical, ni herbal shops ni name. To form Fresh Susie Herbal Center 0247 111671 and 0246 578750. CB Men and Women Capsules.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
This is why my government is today beginning the implementation of the free senior high school policy.
Office of the Special Prosecutor for Investigations and Possible Prosecution of Ms. Charlotte Osei.
And your my Kosovo Ghana, if you are Ubu and for Parliament won't sit under trees. And yet the punch Jumedi Ayodia. And yet, Sinkonia Ibrahim didn't come after the 1992 Republican Constitution. Yeah, economy, social issues, and the governance issue. The can lawyer Hinijan and a pound for Munim do whoever was Sinkonia Eddie Jumedi Ebro. There were Debia, if you know what we could see Nondu, our Kessben TV and the Kessben FM.
And reality shows our programs are.
Yo, no, Duba Kwapa Hosima, Miensa, Pepe, Mamuni now Kwababium, Eba Midfield Action. So, if you some and I did Tuamoso, Kwamiki Atrasi, and if you some no, yeah, Kwami.
But General Ghana Football Association, Jumedius Runko, so as Abre, Ubia, Bodia Fedabaso, so course football call from no, Wamasanso, Amano, Ababak, and no a Jumedia, and no GF in the pound to Masabria. Wama she said that was a coach football, no, yes, Sanso, Ababeshasi, and so Etimiabo, our main friend Ghana, Emua. Nanuna Ket ES Okelko Ghana Football Association president, what is some more did too, just as Abre, referees, I would do a one more catch them young referees, no, women a bit matches. And no kwadancho me provide cards I would draw and in yama would debate my bois and my coast football net to tumpono or me providing na intiketi so kreku kakra na yentwaso
to ensure that our kids play on good pitches across the country. And in saying this, let me say kudos to the RFAs for a yeoman's job. Our preparations for this season also commenced with the distribution of footballs to our RFAs across the country. The FA, if you remember, had already promised 6,000 balls to each to the regions, and some of the balls have already gone out to your good selves. I know that all of us are very expectant, but the RFAs have played a big part in ensuring that we have arrived at this stage. Again, I want to clap for them, please. Our juvenile leagues will start from the weekend of the 7th, 8th, and 9th of May across the country. Indeed, given the fact that we are not in normal times, we have taken some decisions collectively that will ensure that we enjoy our sport in a safe way as much as we can. Again, the season starts on the weekend of the 7th or the 8th and the 9th of May, and the following regions will play all juvenile games behind closed doors. The following regions will all play their juvenile games behind closed doors. Eastern region, the Greater Accra region, the Ashanti region, the Western region. The rest of the regions will all play their juvenile games in very, very secured football facilities across the country. Again, we have asked all RFAs to adopt the game center strategy so that we can control access as much as we can. We are not in normal times, but we also want to enjoy our juvenile football. Again, we have all agreed that there will be thermometers at all venues, there will be hand sanitizers, and we will also have to ensure that there's water for washing of hands. This is the undertaking by our Football Association. Furthermore, all juvenile leagues across the country will be managed by the district football associations. This is a complete departure from the past. Regional Champions League and the FA Cup will be managed by the RFA subcommittees, and all champions as well as the top scorers at the district level to be awarded trophies at the end of the competition. Beyond the district competitions, we shall be having the regional challenge competitions, and here trophies will go to the winners, to the top scorers, and the best players in each region. Furthermore, best players from the district premier leagues, district division 1 leagues will have a go at the national U17 trials. This is a policy.
Ket years of crocodile celebrate to dry the fast as a juvenile league. Yeah, Baba Bono like Kessben also no cost football ni juvenile football there. Or papa anti time or tis football no yeah Baba chassis abo for juvenile hono. I was secret guno. Any the pass cost football no asanso back.
It's been very long since we don't have juvenile football. So bringing back juvenile football, I think it's so amazing to be part of it, you know, and I'm happy to be here. It's simple, you know, you can't build a building without a foundation, and for me, I think with solid foundation you can have a very stable building. Juvenile football is a place that you pick all the tricks and all the smart moves and everything. And you know, we were very lucky enough that our time we have very competitive juvenile football. That's what made us good players now, and also that's what helped us for us to be able to fit into the Premier League. You know, for us, some of us from because of the experiences that we had in the juvenile football, we did not experience third division, we didn't experience second division. From coach football, we moved straight to the Premier League. So those things are something that helped some of us. So I think it's very good for it to be back. For me, to bring it back is not going to be easy. After laying off juvenile football for a long time and then bringing it back, and you can see the launch was very, very successful, went on very successful, and everything that the FA press.
We like Kessben, the line Kessben Kasa at their far coast, and as a juvenile football no there. Mosaso Kasa their far $25 million aba. I mean Namsoma Ghana and Namsoma say among for Choma Junu ye papa no so chana juni so did say I was say all national teams including women's football.
It's everything. When it comes to financially, you know, the national team belongs to the country. So I believe that if they can spread everything to every national team, including women football as well, I think it's going to benefit everyone. Because the money is for the country. And if we have everything that belongs to the country, everyone has to have his portion. This argument has been going on for a while. One thing people should understand that every footballer, that's the profession that he chose. And after a football career, sometimes there is no pension pay, ex gratia or anything. So it's work that the footballers are doing. So what is due for them, I think it's fair for them to have it, because that's what they rely on. So for me, I think when it comes to money, the money that is due for players in the country, they deserve to take.
No, to say it almost is Canada about 25 million. Me and Frankoma Black Stars and all national teams. Your mom also enjoy. Yes, 25 million cities and also about $25 million. No, Yama Ubia enjoy national teams. Ghana Football Association on money MTN assigned 3 years contract. Our member sponsor FA Cup. No, still MTN FA Cup. No, almost 3 years. No, our money MTN for sign. No, a year 4 million. Ghana cedis, 4 million Ghana cedis, and unisika ewrem. Na sika ewrem no, emu 1 million a sponsorship, 20,000 a man of the match. Any product I would draw woman de become amana could do 390,000. That's a sika. 3 years no MTN for APA at the Ghana Football Association FA Cup no and also so ababe to die 4 million a Ghana cedis. General yanko a match because between 11 Wonders omini Diana Stars match no Ghana Football Association the Kataba say match no yenshene so 22nd week match between 11 Wonders and Diana Stars no because e wo osei ameyaw pack e wo techiman e woni bia ya match no enso ebekoso wo mo say we a decision if we a decision committee no aso e ba no ntino match no Diana Stars and 11 Wonders no yenhye so ebekoso e wo say ameya pack no any stadium esitie enso
ohina ameya pack na o say ameya
ohine ameya pack na match de betimi abaso January yenko aso bo kaso has prepare for dreams game and no betimi akoso a game has work any
di echire yie papa na ma brand fan Abdulnuruddin abrante ni pra House of Folk midfield and general was trainer say na make say special training and House of Folk ya sha say e de emano said the be obetimi ababak no ababisi akan e de ama main team no na wo hwa e assistant coach no e de boy no e fa new training mo obetimi abo na yie papa no wetimi ababak abejoine House of Folk team no enra no resume training e de ma House of Folk they has to prepare for dreams game na and no so ebetimi akoso Kumasi Asante Kodoko and so much Legon Cities but Legon Cities e de betuja say game o mo born on Saturday no aye 50 cities 30 cities 10 cities and on beju gate 50 cities 30 cities 10 cities and a woman Jew gate nipa 25 and I said 25% of supporters are on mobile obian shene so ne Kumasi Asante Kodoko preparation so wadako jache e china Kumasi Asante Kodoko bedomani from Kumasi to Incline ahead of game 1 womo Kwakobo Abromini Legon Cities Kwakobo shene so say last game womo boy Kumasi Asante Kodoko ye am from Abromini Mediema ishia at free okono preparation akonkan ye pa dokojache and a nano page no training and so eba na wieye and so ewo ho a say so mo prepare for Legon Cities omo di sika betudwa no na January no ye de park ewo new odibiase ebetudwa mo bia hu new odibiase park no say the city and so nkoko park Honorable Isaac Kwame Siama ono bo moden ekotwa de sosokobo form se parki and ya general park ni yintie reporter ne nsemo okan enso ho
anama do for me mawache e de ba nkoko ago pramaso ene awie baabia me ginan eye baabia enye se obi na age asase yantam anaso waje asase bi de be yafu anaso obi bie company ohe blocks ye gugu he ya machi baabia me de kire mu Rojo Hotel ena ewo ho samre Rojo Hotel ena mu hu atibi road so ene da ho no nkoko ago pramaso ya wagana ha na kwofo sports minister wetwam Isaac Asiama eba on the 4th September ebe kate so to say omo ba be nkoko agoprama kama aye Ultra Modern Sports Stadium e de ama kwauman ene Ghana for how manage football ho ampa edipedi nachi 4th September me fan say bosome enwotwemu osensun mu na ayekoi papa ebe yes ade we ode agoprama na ja ho hwe ina permit ano e na omo tutu ni nyina na so da so yantam no hwe manimu tenten so ba bia no tie na bo chenku na ho na ye frɛ ho anamranti ejina otumu se o support team ye samle ke agoprama no etutu su nyina abese o ke bia no tie kokko igugu a ho na stance na ya boda de we wo hosa no blocks ni asese no samle be sin ne empanifo be yes ade ni nyina akoye no ehu de apio ankoko agoprama so agoprama ne da hosa ma ne on the 14th May yes Stars Division 2 hwekrumu aso a teams mienu ene wa ha Ko City ene Okwa United ene wa ha agoprama on betimi here use ye be start Division 2 hwenkoko agoprama so dressing room ene wo wanimu ho na achese ayese basa agoprama ne da hose obi ene age se obedo fu so mo be ye den o so be pure water factory wa ha o yenim agoprama ne da ho ye be sere Ghana for mo fama no nyim be na kwa man mo bo nkoko Sports Stadium ene si wo basa na ya be dwu so ase na from 4 September and na me no ka say April mo sisi month dodo a dia agoprama da ho sa yantam we ba bia no tie aboabo obi oni mo kokwa agoprama so bia no ene gu ho na blocks ni ho na supporters ejina no hwe odia no man da ho yantam yi agoprama no na adane amanfo no kokwa Sports dodo adane amanfo Ghana e be sere mpanifo ska ho nyesi ska ni o man yi mo ska ho a mo ka so mo be ye ma me guys opokubu atin lawyer ene kudi anim eye bibia oni Professor Chumasinum ina be pie ha sese omo ya agoprama na ne ya bobo nkofi wo so se be dua ba yero se be sie nipa ho se be sere panifo momwa na nkoko agoprama enye krabe
head of sports Star TV Bretuba no sin koko e da ho yanta park no o meju so 4th September no o mu si kro ni so biom na de ni o ma twitwa nsio na se rochiro park we pa top matches wo go stadium general top matches pa na ya hwe 8 September mu si o biom general eno ni se the city wo nkoko park de so okay na general jumedie no so ekoso dindende wo eye ofinso de ekoso bia na be ma update fio abra accident victims no se ye bia be di jumedie so
sonko ade aboa wo mo nyom baby koi eno mo ma ke chiri nyina no ye behwe na etimi aye bibia ewe chiri enso ade ma peace committee of the Ghana Football Association ne wo mo 3 cases wo mo tana so including Kumasi Asante Koroko wo mo a case no abra wo ne masoko no wo ma ye appeal no enne wo metana esa case no denwa a few stories no mfensia.
It is no wisdom enough for a hungry man to abandon a slightly cooked yam on fire and start to cook a fresh one. From the aforementioned parable, I've been very worried after watching Vincent's exposure on the 2 abandoned projects in New Adubiase. How our leaders gladly waste our hard-earned taxpayers' money is becoming legendary. This selfish and bad attitude of wickedness are shamefully cut across every part of Ghana. Boss, we are culturally obliged to respect our leaders if some of their actions need to be reprobated with harsh expressions. Undoubtedly, Honorable Esiama left behind many legacies when it comes to infrastructure, but he has avoidably done the people of New Adubiase more harm than good, because continuing the already existing project will have made him a hero despite the political differences. Okay, Didi, and anyway, bye. Franco Naro, some the go
Sajo, say several edos. Na ebeta sen kakra. Didi Koino, Mami, any brief comment on Division 1 Eba start, no. And of course, Nano na say Bisawa has to say, Anyambia assistance, FA Cup near Bebwana, na teams being put in a Bekwa Ghana name, Ewo, Africa. Na Utima, Onzena, a premier, any Division 1 pet. And a quadem ayebo, but the FA Cup no usually I don't know so we call it.
Coffee so much here. Na yakobonko mokakra e hoti ki report na. Jumedi sunkobi ekoso finso. Yababa emrantie na konya kwachia. Omo efree mo finso. Jumedi sunkobi ekoso finso. Yako na ni Romeo enko tushuko kakra emfa de ekoso ho. Romeo saying or Finsu Yamachi?
Jadaka, Major Soma Macabre Office.
Where would I cry? Depotina,
After Joe William, I mean, Pacunyashina, Lema Kessben 93.3, a chief in a carbon meeting as usual. I meet you at the 2 of Peso British, I bought Peso last year. And I only see, and then I'm 34. As what me apa your committee or mobile accounts at the Maya and Plano. That's and put one or we did a non planner, a bit now Boma, and for several school, and I say, Nemo Mayo or Mola at me Abuamo. And officially accountable no Omobi, Nemo and Anna, we official lunchina. Ebe Buama and Penifoma Bebiano, that's what makes him Kaka Adia Boy and Plano.
Okay, this is a Asha say na boy muka cry there na kosum penifo be na aba ho say info na atwa poti ho
Sajo sametwati ye pada and penifo a omoda normal program eye o be timo offense eye South MC honorable Solomon Kessben one chairman oda eye committee na ono awa that's na the sports coordinator eye Mr. eye Guru ono so ewa hanumbi that's na nana jindabi ono so eka committee ono so waji nana safu kantanka omu ina so wonu bia ejo nya sango na mtata me kasa ba wono ni wo eye the sports coordinator Mr. Sule anata Mr. Duro wono ma ono abetu no fi na wa ekna akedi ni wade to Kessben 93.3 na wotno seju Mr. Duro Mr. Duro so far so good and then officially Bolanchi what are some of I think are more effective for the launch of program or on Kessben 93.3 so madam my phone na in the born about 8 started soccer competition kaka I see about over the best at the launching of the fund name there were change and nothing any about the kind that first council for one cry after or matter of my mobile so the MPs there for a million offensive south, offensive north, Fabri south and north. I show me name. The third for all fashion, on South Person and Council over. And people would be Mr. Dula Canam, Nicasam Musocam. As so far so good, and because we got a football club, and we have 12 now. It's almost time. And for sure, we know and if you're 12, now none of channel. Now not just about 12 your man at 20 who can find the gear and the ambitious. Okay, and then that's bad. I think so. Do me kono wa ma no wa no wati me kuni ono wa ankasa da hankaka Jamal Mamenti or wana just 1 minute na minya na fi unu abejo pon en to so ele awi Kessben 96.3. Hello madam yama papa erba Kessben 96.3. Yes yamero na we enye bone na fete wa kota aka if you say at 20 or Jamal up to now, then what you are no, I'm not put you a Kessben 92.3 on the enterprise. I tell you about a hammer, the doctor means to me that I'm not saying country. I send you to the town, we are going to pass them way a many days. May I tell you the business, we have got a hammer now. I have a buy and now go from a near papa, a near and now I said, where they don't be passed, but then friend now, but man, then we must never mention. Now, Mr. Penny, tell me about my drag you, Kaka. I said, you want a category. That's right. The Nipaya was saying, Nipaya, no one mamma, yet to say, no woman. And to the Oyama, no man, Papa, Nagra, Canania, the Biafra, I thought the baby cabo Biaka, the better was so, Mamma, after Miss Fry and quiet, I mean, Miss Fry, young, and to make that was the Oyama. And Papa, who by Pano in Slough, though your mamma, Miss Somedas, the Biami, both these are so you one of my dawasi. And to the Oyama, and so no dawasi, I wonder on Kalani, and I never more be a who by. Now, will be piano, my human and then do that with you know about what the number of to set a move every day will you have them. Okay.
Why? Never could be answered. Ever was a Jumasunka with the Ediama. There also a war offenso. Jumaka Sepa, Besha said, Duminu and a Romeo, Bob was so crackade, Amayeno. Okay, yes, Amra, studio, Daffy, then to come to train.
CNFP Kappa, is it the opinion for us inside contract, which is a barber chassis. Also, technically, now it was going to be difficult until say, remember, say Division 2 clubs in Summit Messia can. Because now, UFA Cup now format in your 44 Division 2 clubs, your 48 Division 1 clubs, and your 18 Premier League teams. So in all, you have as many as 110 clubs competing. The format is that at the preliminary stage, 44 Division 2, 48 for no Ombebo, no more you will be a free. To me, it be free in the next 46. Near the Abeka 18.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm saying, oh, yeah, Kwamiki. What I say, phone, you said, I'm friend. So, one of the
yes, I do. Back to the Division 1 League, now because it's good, say eventually, sorry, MTNFA Cup, and paying for to me, Ahuma, or Quemna, Cisadia, Eba Bebaso, Abroi Puma, Quem. Also, already, nay, only Premier Division 1 and now Abayama Koya Isiakai. But they say the Aquenya Babetonum, said Division 2, ne Ada Inubitumakoso. Now, if you look at the format of the MTNFA Cup now, apparently is the biggest competition in Ghana, Senegal, or other countries, because you have as many as 44 Division 2 teams competing, 48 Division 1 clubs, and 18 Premier League teams. Okaninabuma, 110 clubs, and Ebabe competing. Now, my say already there will be prelims involving a Division 2, any Division 1 for no. Omubono mu yi omu be free man near 46 near the 18 Premier for Nabekao. Now be 64 afei no mu nso de asisi ania 64 32 ne ye basa na afei mu de abe produce winner sika mpanyimfo se MTN ede ba no 4 million Ghana cedis for 3 seasons. What it means is that omuchirim say every season be 1 million daso. I'm tempted to feel say yes, MTN is the title sponsor. I wish they can go ahead and then look at other people to come on board and then support, because share 1 million cedis for the entire competition, looking at the number of clubs they involve, and the further you go, the more your cash. Sergio is a good news. What it means is say they are certain say Ghana League na ye bono open so kwa Africa I just watch league no and I watch FA Cup no until this contract was signed. Now the other option was that say MTN FA Cup na maso this season as a Chinese say first and second and the Beko Africa, but as it stands now only the winner of our league will represent Ghana in the CAF Champions League, then the winner of the FA Cup represents Ghana in the Confederations Cup. Sergio, about a bit late looking at your season, but I'm sure that they'll be able to handle it. Now, it is also good, say, coast football and I say juvenile football. And pay for me say by next month, that is May. No much say some 5 regions there bono behind closed doors, strict conditions near the Yati Eastern region, Greater Accra, Ashanti, Western and all that. My question Kakrane say, how are they going to ensure say coast football everybody behind closed doors? Because most of the games are played in the community parks. A number of them cry inner perimeter crowd one. It's not gated. So baby a park in one. Ebia stadium no yentum and waka say atum tie microphone. So how are they going to do it? But I think said the good thing is that it's back. Then news in the buy now microphone besides and any school sports so anything, because share coast football you are talking about under 13, under 15, under 17. So for ya na OJHS and SHSE. So if they are going to play this competition, why not sports football? But at the end of the day, GFE and juvenile football under GFE. If you are talking about schools football and then a babe said the Ghana Education Service as almost social home that etumi eka. So the build up is on. Uti Kotokone Legon Cities and the bare first game for this weekend on Saturday. Now Oshe Kotoko preparations now the team say any break a crab back because clearly Oshe Mariano Barreto by the performance no AC the Tracy 4-0. Oh sir. Yes, AC the Tracy. The first game Kotoko won 4-0 against Bechem United. Then the second game Kotoko won 2-0 against Brecum Chelsea. The third game Kotoko played 0-0 against Olympics. Then the fourth game Kotoko lost 2-1 to Mediema. So from 4-0, 2-0, goalless draw and lost 2-1. So this game becomes a must win. Opponents no move on. Oh, resource wise. Okay. And I'm a day say Bechem 4-0. Chelsea difference so even on the league log Bechem dasro in Chelsea Mediema no metumaka say oye and Olympics no Mediema obo draw against Olympics and lose to Mediema because Olympics not the year same Mediema. So the results if you are looking at the results then the performance is descending. Legon City is also the relegation zone and that's almost because we train if you down. And this is a home game for Legon Cities. So clearly, very tough game. They will also come all out. Kotoko Peso winning league. Legon Cities so avoid the relegation. Wow. Sergio, and I can say that there was some form of meeting at Legon Cities trying to find out how the guys could be motivated and go all out against Asante Kotoko. They think it's a home game and that Legon Cities should get 3 points. I can imagine how Kotoko supporters will also react after Nanu Huobuasi just losing to Mediema. There is a comment and if it's the fans on him Eba. So it's a difficult game by all standards. Today is a Thursday. Tomorrow is there, Friday, Saturday, then the game is up. And you race 6 p.m. and a game in Ibaso or Accra Sports Stadium.
I'm delighted to see the FA Cup has taken shape, and all applause to MTN after accepting to inject over 40 billion old cedis for 3 years. Interestingly, the best player of the tournament will get 20,000 cedis, and MTN products worth 390,000 Ghana cedis. Wow. This comes in mind. What was the update of Asante Kotoko and MTN? Why is Asante Kotoko still having MTN logo on their bus if they aren't having a contract with them? Who is helping who? Oh, okay. Lastly, I asked a question yesterday, but your panel couldn't answer because of time. What are chiefs in Ashanti Kingdom and KNUST as a whole doing to support their chancellor and leader, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu Abebio, in building Asante Kotoko? Michael Abebio.
Me try a quick comment. First of all, say him for Ana Obia Obibia. As a same painful, I'm with team Nanono. I'm providing a venue for people to contribute. And we are the first thing. At the end, she and a club Asante Kotoko. I had the atonement. Impo omu die hard supporters omu DHD and omu stadium. How are they going to contribute? Him for no same. I'm tempted to feel them. I can't wait and say if Adakwajachi, there is a proper plan for the project at Adakwajachi. Say Adakwajachi is we near a pesi a yenono. Ewo assassin swinging any. Na ye project near pesi and ye shall see free and near qua, shall see free and near qua, shall see free and near qua. Then me suggest tell my men she say a bimpa there could be a fund in a way. Say him for no, nanano him for no. Say omodi assassin. Then he pakro tu nsa kakra e bia nkakakra bi cement bags dodo sei eni bia duma hene ode ba beboa e bia senua hene e de cement dodo sei ene de ba beboa ewo eye asanteman ye bobu ku kese e friend Asante Kotoko e bro mu pe baby pa chechire de amom no. So there should be plan. And if the plan is in place, near see the whole year, no, a be or hinibian provided 100 cement and for more in a way. But what is the plan for Adakwajachi? I saw me, I saw me, we bar no abesoni dim, no I be or baby fufro, we bar no abesoni dim, no, so there's no clear cut plan. So you can't blame anybody for not contributing. The onus lies on the board of directors, so mube liaise with Menshia, now the implementing body, which is the management, and Sumbi, no matter say until proper plans are put in place, people might not be able to contribute. Okay.
From the way I'm seeing things, the current GFA will be worse in our history. Although we all criticize Nyantechi, but he's 10 times better than this GFA led by Keto Kreko. Good morning. Okase to work. Bama Bass goal scorer. Yeah,
there should be reasons.
President better than Keto Kreko, and Keto Kreko is better. No church reasons.
If you are cited the dealings with clubs, if you are cited officiating himself. What side Ibia the managerial style? Let's be
Basa men trying to
and our side incident.
2-3 reasons in Tiaukasa. Scorer, Mr. Intimate good to do by. And again,
you know, Savranko Refi question by Obi say coach football no better no more contributed to the national team. For the makers of Refi in our answer. Serio. Coach football aboa national teams ni bebre. See here niema yi a academy na be overtake coach football no, but academy ne no so. See here niema yi a you bet me nya scout at every venue. No more data on certain players on be perform consistently. He was our players on be see aka in the coast league yimu na. You ria pram da ho kwa emfa nya hwe. We can groom them and you be employ coach. Obetimi ya training sa boys ya amba ya under 17, ya under 20, ya graduating all these players are through the ranks. In the past, there were a lot of players I almost see coach footballer a chance to the national team, all because a honor coaches a training players in terms of the basics when it comes to football: control, ball trapping, movement, positioning, shooting, and everything. The last time we announcement we say Phantom at 4 old players in the person coach you can Thomas Dia, you can Samuel Sekofo, Omokakobo under tournament, and that's a job for premier teams. But from all these ranks, they were able to train better. And we are well equipped in the quality for the national teams. And today, you see, you coach football, you be in ye, see any year, that's a job. You have for interest and room near picking the right players. National team now. So we are good to go. And then I'm saying coach football, you can have a player playing in the Ghana Premier League, not ball control, cry anything. But back in the days when the likes of Emmanuel Nkoma, Lawrence Kenya, and all these guys, Stephen Odo, Mobobo Konesa, Omberu and New Zealand 99, who's a star player, more talent, beat me, I get it to the top. In coach football, a bit me are contributing immensely to the national team, and we've gotten a lot of players from the ranks in the past. Almost see a kind in the national team, baby. Tiene was near selfish interest in terms of picking and choosing players. Say the Kwakusia a kind of national team. Orake to Kreku say, cut the young referees in the baby coach football. Say you a year pa, but again say entry or more come for so be any so. A year pass a referees na see at it omo beko akodi sa coach football because ya kan ha say coach football ni ho na nse na ball etwa mu second division no ye ntamo first division no and ye tabo kakra third division ye mbo into referees na omo di Ghana Premier League no the last time nem penimfo ka say omo lack experience into ene from coast near the number third division no ba second division no ko first division no ko premier obenya fast experience and mo ba be that top game one when you are the confidence at your disabon. But if we fail to pay them then in Fasobia is you better referees and young because at the end of it all the same old stories now you enough for evidence near certain review panels so may scrutinize the referees may assess the referees. We need to pay them and pay them well. See yes sir you been excellent referees through the ranks baby do topper you been your referees who are well equipped, very confident, and only abreast of the rules and regulations you did the football. That is it for the good football, and I hope say Obi Kumasi be welcome in the Ashanti region. Say you bumping him for say coach football na grow over the years. Di aba some baby alignment, baby same, and a host of venues. We hope say you been who talent na you who ne kanena, and going forward say the almost in panko in go heavy. But going forward, we hope say first Saturday uni baby akwa no akwa cricket. First uni baby akwa no akwa states, and next Sunday na back. And we hope see a bit in talent. It was a particular venues team simu ama say players in the national setup. Or met me I said previously. Try say players for under 15 almost shall see almost pick players ball league later Kokugu, and we hope say we young conquerors na bet was sama na metimi akoyi. Now to the project I in the video no said you adia ye mpanim fo no ya adia wo Ghana ha pa ye say ye draw bibi ato ho ana say ye ba be cut sword ana say ye ba be shabo ama mpanim fo ato aba maye ana so man nipa na ewu ato aba maye enye politicians kwa even within our cycles pani bi any opportunity na platform bi so anu asebo enwe you knew the biase de wo ha ene yi nkokọ de wo ha ko ehwan akokọ he mamponten so omo so park ne da hodin ehwan for we promise 4th December ye baba be park on be baby bia be ye ne kama mom be na dane white elephant we hwan o come mamponten a omo so park ne was dismantled ebesine omo so nya hwe ho eno so adane white elephant. All these were promised omo promised the electric so omo be before the elections, but unfortunately omo ntimi anye, and after the elections no esan konko ho nti e be sempany for say ye areas to know we talk about football and you have leaders blaming journalists. See ye ka who be na football na akofom. Unfortunately omo so so near ma omo be dia boa these communities ama communities no so atimi produce talent through the runs no near ma ye kan nyina to they are mixing and the park no ma tonton dia store kakra microphone so edigi o mani na enya de sempenim for ye dia mom. And for me it is so wrong on the leadership part say empenim for the baby they keep on disappointing the electorate and said we park dawo me kai pa sana metia no mde aso de kobo fem ona bo asiamani hobi what are they doing so omo betimi aye ama nkoko fonso omo ani etimi
should the Sema finish Nilante Van der Poel's project? Who will take the credit on sports infrastructural development and be considered during assessment or voting? You same journalists stroke citizens will chastise him that the minister did nothing and you vote him out. So the citizens and journalists are equally blamable. Talisman, anyway about it. Talisman.
We are blaming. We are blamable for what?
Also, Okotwaso, when the because of years our project.
And only here. Here, you electorate never enjoy. And your fancy minister never just
take one of credit.
So do and who here credit
and unto no money.
There be who here. Gino mine home. Credit to the academy. Say do. Gino mine home. What you know mine home? Or mine na enjoy. You are there for the people. You are not there for credit. Yen to ba you obi so onkoje credit ye to ba you obi so onkosi ya nem na ye how ne problem say wo mu no onfa nko aban mu na ba mu anom solve my it is not about credit
people na oto okoto aban ohwe ne bi do be so chese so we see ko do na we to aso a when na be nya credit on the seas our project
say you do to aso
so you no crane pass we leader na say na odwene then the chese on vision especially when the oba be no so ntumi nwi say nimi enu nyina enwi emu bia na nyina go hwenkoko de na park na nanka wo anu mbodada na yakodwiragu ya nye ntoko ya na obai sene nkomma omu de dada na akura ho no mo ye ya kebeboa and there is no sign say contractors are getting back to this place anytime soon. They are pathetic.
Okay. So the media is now a tool of solving problems in Ghana now, and school sports is not an exception. So you and your crew should help bring school sports back. Apino, Edwifi Bantama, and Abba. Fantastic. I know you can seriously solve this. Bring back the school sports problem. So please do justice to that. Apino.
Apino is senior work at Kerry College.
Okay. School sports.
Or Barikesi Senior High, sports master.
Oh, okay, nice. And the school sports Nensaimbra. Na hanko for.
Eba yin na enjoy. Sibiwa me beduma o se me coach no keso kakra. Ekohwebie. Yeah, was stadium my pon sports ya before I bebe we at 3 o'clock in the local boy ni akosa you on up to. Yes. Okay. Has of 4 player back from injury Nuruddin for the last 2 months. Has a boy against Dwarfs before that game and Opera with the training grounds. Yakasa in the second half of the season, coach obetimi managing the team, no managing the players no. And as a joe ni modebo no etimi eso eni. Nti media man for an start league games ni ye. O check your first 10 games omo timi win 2 pe. And almost drop 5 lose me answer. But in the second half of the season, Omotimia manage almost squad ni and Sejo they are getting the points for them. So Osha has go that Omania host of squad in the second half, Omotimia manage almost squad ni and they are getting the results. House of folk, Omo manage almost squad ni and they are getting the results. Omo Midfield or inconsistencies about Kakra. Into one say futuba ba no ko. Nansa ye hu ansa botwe. Manaf ma ba beshim net in so ba no ko. And Sejo sa all these players no more inconsistent in terms of injuries. It is another player or your national team asset. He was part of the under 23 now Egypt. Omantian qualify for the Olympic Games now. Into no babakia. Now Babe Shahat Fook Midfield in the Amoma. So for me it's a plus and it's one player or combining all the skill set of a midfield. So cast on code anymore beko, so cast onina or bedina, so cast on battle or battle, or cast on transit or back transit. And when you have that player, a versatile one indeed, and technically gifted in your midfield, you are good to go. Into a good news for Hartlepool say almost prepare against a Dreams FC, another big game on Sunday. We hope say referee be and conquer man of the match. Now such talent both sides, the likes of Victor Odu, the likes of Masol Lata, Emmanuel O'Krine, Ejenum Boatemu, said you young talent, Nianche had to focus for Bin Junior, a free Bani, Patrick Razak, Caleb Amankwa, Fatah Muhammad, Radio Voka, young quality, sad these players and then they so essential. Now young Kobo game near upon the referees and a headlines in our bomb. So for me, it's a good call, and the Heart of Folk needs to welcome their boy back. So Babe added so much, and I dear back I said, you me who ye ever motora and the manager and say, Oma design a certain training regime for him. Inti omo yeli ho adwuma kopem say obey fully fitter obeba park na so ababesi akan. For me that is a good it is a good in order for the house full setup, and Kotoko preparing so well against Legon City, another big game. Legon City 3 games now Mabon and Send, they are yet to lose. Kotoko lost their last game, and if they want to win the league, this is the match I also say, because Mediama about dwarfs and Ghana Premier League, when you are played at home, Mediama a advantage. Kotoko playing Legon City, it's a 50-50 game, but they have the quality, and the coach I friend Barreto needs to make amends. So media matchum na Kotoko Lusua said you gap ni mu burden for you to close. There were a lot of matches to play, but again Legon City in Sunim say baby omodano so omonso elusua and Imankoyi, and we watch out for Bashu here for us against Barreto.
Now urge you to do a combined 11 of Legon Cities and Kotoko for us.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What Andy is saying now, Honorable Siama's record of stadium building, he doesn't just promise, and after all, he touched on that just last year September, and it's no more. But I believe the current minister will continue the stadium building in Ghana. Okay, upon the way every UK and so about Reverend Father Godfred, and so the way by was it the sad thing about the Mamponte Park is that the Catholic Church even gave their land to them for the park to be stretched. The wall of the mission house was demolished and some parts of the land was taken. Now we cannot even use the road to the mission house. If care is not taken, the park is if care is not taken, and the park is left just like that. Okay. Did the MP do that to win votes or what? Reverend Godfred, and so we are praying. Okay, Anafi, anyway, every Sunyani Zongo. What reason do you want apart from the tester? Again, since you know he spoke the truth, Nyantechi is the best GFA president. Oh, okay. Yo, Anafi, also the brain, and no. Yeah, the best year na the Kakra. Nafi yeri dia karina Abram Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television. Dr. Akbeve Noemu Aba studio ha yene chuchu komo kakra bi na ba meto aso de amamo ye ntakra
na kwame ale baba odi de say ale baba.
Radio sounds strange.
Well, this is Kessben 93.3. Yene Agbeve Herbal Hospital. Nebedin koma dia fa Coco Pals. Anani nye friend Coco doctor.
Pepe no nye friend Coco.
Coco erbonio. Na Coco kura den e deba.
Recipe.
Den me dem unsi menya Coco yare.
Recipe me tie fun say samre yo mfidie da ha na so mo hwe wo Kessben TV so. Mesro channel so say watamfo benya wa na free yare. Nti beye ade friends no me yankasa ma say ye apomudi nkomo na se adwetwe nkomo na be we fidie ni free na ba bra obetima famu aba e de aba ho ban ka koko ye bibi biara e fifiri ye janan bia ho mi jiti ngrofopi o bibi fifiri weni ache cross o say koko wonam ni bebi na aso o say koko ni munum na o say koko obowa o say koko say even cry fibroid cry na fifiri woni yefuru o say koko mesro ye yi wa no nto bone de na so say so say na ye bewie koko no na also pepa sa inimdie no anaase sa adwen a wo fa koko no na ti ase fitinaro ko se ya ka koko ho asem biara bibi biara esi wo yenja nan bia o anaase nyama bebre ya esi wo yenja nan bia de ti am ka se bibi biara anaase nyama bebre si wo yenja nan bia ne se yenja nan bia anaase to kwan no anaase to botox na nkasa no na fistula etimi fifiri no nye koko ne fistula won say na hon ma pai to kruda na essential ne friend fistula na se de ka utrumu ankasa anaso to bibia sabe on nefa no ohon ye ka bibia rebesi wo biara na koko e wo mu ahoro enu nti se ya nkyerechire mu ye obi wa on ti asiye de di nkani wo anapause ye ka anapause ye ka wona koko ni tua ho sa pause na na anapause de di nkani say aya de wo on be di nkan free wi a wo ha na second one aba na first one aba no krati ya na so enu anko etwetua ho sa na second one aba third one aba na so mprempin ba ko anase mienu na baba no kro ntimi enjira sa pressure na anase pains na no ba no say analog clock na ho a ba ko be fifiri wo 4 no so ba ko be fifiri wo 8 no so ba ko fifiri wo 12 no so because moja tini bi wo ho a moja di mu furusane se ko ba ne say ahonde fufuru bi ba be jira so anase congested anase blockage bi wo sana na amasa intrini bi ahon anasa so eno ye friend say anapause ye kumunya be kire mu symptoms na asefo the toss mienu bleeding pause obi o ha yansu no anase digestive system ye ohuni oku school be kasa elementary canal ohi obo say aya na nsuno no na twetwindwane nduro no nyama nketenkete bi wo friend village eno boa ma ye jindwane etimi efifiri anase ekuro etimi ba ho nti abra okoja na bo se na pipe bi anase obi so ha no enya ayem kuro pen nti ni ntiri ni bi anase ni yem bebi etue nti okoja na bo se no ho no matue na edo how ebre no mesro hye nso se eno so bleeding pause eno so ye koko ni bi ye wo anafisha obi adwane odie no utumi so wonu nso dodo anase ni yem tintim nti jana ne ba na etwi ni turumu kwan no anase dompe bi anase dade bi ana wo duane ni mu ana o mene coins bi nti eba no na etwi na apai ne to kwan no bo na moja kakra abefra janan no ye sawo hemorrhoid so ugogo na ko internet ne so a unya type pause ne pe na de ko hemorrhoid o type hemorrhoid pe na de ko pause no na so nya botre na men church difference no pause ne na ma church ma besenkoi hemorrhoid no anorectal region utrum no ye de ehye ho so ochema na ebie na sabi janan ho na besenko uja oni pedue no ma na akesi sa trumu no homa bi ana esusumu sa homa na esusumu ne timi ye mre enti ye mre sana ana so tanya constipation ochim na ebia na utrum ni bia pie nti wo na so me ba na enu akọ your friend first degree hemorrhoid ufiri ho na edru second degree hemorrhoid na nipa na chima na ebia bi wa na ba betel o ta jai ne sa na bank tenkete sa na ba kese emprempio ni yama menum ye janum ne na sefo na nafo no beka so wenya kokobo sa kokobo no so eno so can pass anase pass family no ebetima ba ne say your how anase constipation sa onya na onyae anase ligaments na ewo ho na eso sa atrumu kwan ne say bi muscles ni ma bia na wasom na ejira ho sa uja mu na sa case eno anayemre nti ye ka koko a ni nchirechire mu ni say na koko esifatie
okay that is na medium ni koko ya le
na sipi we de din kan ni sanchira ni na be de di ni pedua ho na de din kan ni say so obi wo anapause na obon se ni trumu kwan ni be din kan na ehye no na ye hene na ekeka no nti start ehye na ye hene na ekeka odi anu so koko yare ni de wo ni pedua no masaka kiro so obo hu say ohono mo soasoa edin kan na ya soasoa nye hyenhye eba beta what say honam bi ana ba yo ana attack so ho obi wa de trumu kwan na nye koko na ho so maybe di no ndi honi ana so how binti almost na flesh ni bi wo ho na so ko janan bia no na mu body nti ete no redie no ho bi kakra na aba bete ho anase bibi oye nti no onya ana tax no na so we de ba wozi na tua with time no we ntruchi ama na nkwa na ehono na eye hyenhye nti se pompo se de aya na ano hyehye ti se no hyehye nsuo no na pese pai no no so be hye no so ana moja na eba no so o so be hye no so ana ni nsantre ni so eba no so be ma wa hye no so se ampara so wo ho ti bi so yematimuntimi nkoja nan bia ne nasefo bo kokose bibi nya adwuma ye nti sa de na nya adwuma nti o ha kese ene eba sa so ana wa so bo so kokobo na pie de di nkan si dipa de se ni biara no bibi foforo biara ebesi wo ni pedua no ana so ni pedua na kwa biara no kakra bo kokko nti wanka se odi nkan hu ni ntem ansa na obi foforo kura hu nti wo ha no betimo se mekoja nan mekoya bibi pie sa ko eno bo kan sa na se bo kokose no bibi foforo sesa nti wo ye hu ya no so sha no so ya hawa so ba na de ni kan se sa yare we ya chirechire mu nyina no e biara no ene se de ti na biara so no hu aduro e biara obi wo ha no hu abokoko no de ya o se tonko koduro fasa ya na to koduro ni na se fo na ha because obi wo ha ye ka say o hemorrhoid na nkasa wo de trumuni pie na sa kono wo ansa na the same time no so o sa wo eye niyem sa tim into o sa constipation nso wo ansa na apart from we na e ba e kono o sa wo ana pass no eno no just onia herbal industry ana say herbal clinic to say herbal hospital yeti yare ne se ne yetima combine the drone dia ma ayaresa enya sa ade biara na wo ha ho ayaresa ne timi nko obeji so bi na so na wo ha wankasa ho
nti kwa mbe na mefa so ana say courses ni da me yenye mebe na mama minya koku yare no
de di nkan ni so nkrofa ma ebi mati ase se yen local diet ni edi ni ma yen koku yen tro enya no kre yen local diet ni bo contain fiber no de ya ne se edi digestion number 2 fiber no se boama ma nutrient bi e boy ho ban firi yare dom ho na fiber na sa se ba na o ja na mebedru ye intestines na otimi twitwi mu nsuo no abra nsuo no twitwi nsuo ni firi fiber no ho a ma nsuo kakra timi gina oni pedua nim se okodi ye ndua na enhye da nye ndua after na yasua te se brodo ana se pastes ten ebi ni te se no ye firi bitalian na asefo a enhye da contain ye fiber ni nti aya na nsuo ni atwifrim na akaja nan ne penti na oyemu atai tintim obi wo so ana ofa yefunu wo fa yefunu se ko num kokodro biara wo krumanhwa na wapo yefunu no obi wo so na afa yefunu na nso yo how kese di ma no obi nso ha na ofa ana so pejanda de na yo how nipa de sani biara na ye wo befu eti bia o so nya abofre bia ba woni bia at birth you have to get nothing less than 2.5 kg and to wo abofra na ye de no ko 2 skills so ye ko so so na we nya sa skill na pe na se kire se abofra no onyim no betimi nya how bi anaso how betimi banafa eno so yo how ebi mutimi nya obi so ha na to ya ba yesu so ebi mu de ya de foforo twitwa picture de to social media o je say efedo kusia na no so de ne how e de aba enti we mu nya yo how a betimi nya abra wonyin ana we enti nipa da se ni so ye nyini no se ye hye ne so say ye body no etimi hini bi foforo betimi si na de ha kase e de ma nipa
enu tina so kwa beve herbal hospital
but de biara ya asem de ye kan se asem pa etia se unu obi di nkomo na nkomodie ni wi a o so wankasa o tasin mu te se besepa ni konya haban na o hwe kasa di pa yeka se nimdi o de tudwa eno o ti eye yare na sia efiri wo no so ye de ye kan se de o be kire o se ampara o ba agbave ba hospital be hwe o motimi nya yarosa ne se urura eye ya boba no a ndro no obedi nka ehia because ye ogidie se yare ni bi wo ha o se ye mani pa na nkasa sa ne ho yare abro wo fie nye duro de betima sa ne yare ntu urura ya boba no bo se dubai no wo ho a ye de be kire so nya aduane we de kan ndro na ye de ma wo betima ma yare sa obiara ni wo be ka se fitinero ko no ya ndro no o ye no o se on de obeto se embre ni na se fo ye twitwa abranso hu embre aba na se embre dua no nim edua wo ho isuso se ye fa embre ankasa ye betima hu se e contain maybe saponins e contain tractapines ne na se fo for duro biara characteristics biara wo duro biara mu no e kire yare e betimasa. For instance aya na prefer no focus malaria duro biara ne ta ya nyuno pa nyono because containing very active ingredient bi mbodin sa active ingredient no mabo BBD to say saponins ne triterpines na sefo and the malaria duro yes are unique characteristics na wo hon unless say nipa no amax product ne say person ko benya sa bitter taste no okay mesro for ni tira gbe herbal hospital ni en show and as number no so ho bo modia na free na ye ni wundi nkomo ni en kira odi obe ne nya wa yaresa men fa yare entra no fo no aka se bekumi wana hukumu
Kwagbe the Herbal Hospital abra friend with number way so 0246 595 28256 0246 595 256 0593 83 1993 0593 83 1993 Doctor Yebedas that's the name so yebesa so shebi
that's the said yebesa share
Alibaba dan kambari di breaking news jumedi ne to na happy birthday to Tiago o faade Tiago o faade sansuna Eugene Kwame Anane opem so Eugene happy birthday nyande nkuye nyina we show happy birthday Eugene Kwame Anane a wo opem so FM ya we show happy birthday yes also Alibaba to aso.
This is 93